Alright guys, BLM here back with a new live stream. We're continuing on with Mass Effect Andromeda. Really late start here. Did not want to start this late, but what are you going to do? Wanted to make sure I got some stuff done tonight. Alright, stream's fine, so let's just jump right into it. Who really cares? I'm an idiot. I didn't even put the fucking mic on my face that well, so there we go. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we can talk about stuff. I mean, there's not that much to really talk about. I mean, Big Brother's happened. We do have a bit more endgame stuff that we could talk about. Australian Survivor, sorry. We could talk about, the challenge. The challenge was fucking insane tonight. But yeah, really been busy, with the last couple days since I streamed. Really got caught up on a lot of things, but it's pretty much for taking up all my time. Where since I last streamed, Australian Survivor was on Tuesday morning. I watched it right after I got up, wrote the part of the review for that episode, and then recorded the entirety of my Australian Survivor review that I can do up until this point, which is a lot. Was ridiculously long. I don't remember exactly how long it was, but I believe it was it's bordering 2 hours, I'm pretty sure. Just the raw audio of it at this point. So that's fun. Then I wrote my A&W review, got caught up on that. Then worked and A&W was before and after, but either way. Then also this morning, I ended up recording the A&W review, recording the Survivor 41 cast assessment, and then was busy in the afternoon, but then also started editing the Survivor cast assessment, which is why I got such a late start to streaming tonight, because I got about 2/3 of it done. So, yeah. Did a lot of stuff pertaining to the channel and just other stuff too, but whatever, we'll continue on with the game. And also I forgot, obviously ended up watching the challenge and Big Brother tonight as well. Marvel Midnight Suns looks better than you thought, I guess. Again, I haven't seen anything new from it. Was there more footage that came out of it? But, I'm interested in that game. It's not really, not really a genre that I'm, that into, but, would be interesting. Are we still doing this mission? What is the main mission? Whatever. Yeah, George lives to see another day. I think George has gotta be going this next episode, though, right? I feel like, something I completely forgot when I was talking about Australian Survivor last, episode or last stream was that I kind of forgot the concept that one of Danny or Flick could lose immunity because I was thinking George is going home because Flick found the idol, but I kind of forgot the point that obviously they could split the vote, so essentially one would need immunity and the other one would need the idol. So without that, then it's I don't think George is going home because, again, for me, it doesn't really make much sense for Haley to flip in that position. At 5, it does, for sure. I think at 5, I just don't know how he survives. When we know that Flick has an idol, we know Flick is going for George, and it just makes no sense for Haley to not flip at that point. Where there's, why are you going with George and Kara to the final 5? It makes no sense for her to do so. What am I doing right now? Was I supposed to go into whatever, who cares? It just makes no sense. So I would be pretty surprised if George isn't the next boot. But, again, he should have been the boot a while ago, so, who knows? There's gameplay extend trailer. Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. I've been pretty busy. I haven't really been paying attention to a lot of stuff. I did see that, the Tokyo Game Show, schedule was released, in that there's going to be, a big Square Enix presentation, which should be very interesting. Oh, is that the mission? Oh, yeah, that's what we were doing. Okay. That should be fun. I believe also, like, Sega's going to be there, and, like, so obviously it's a Tokyo Game Show, so it's the companies you would expect. But still, I'm excited to see if we get anything new there. That's in about a month, so that should be fun. But yeah, I mean, the challenge, haven't talked about that. This was a great, it was a great, like, second half of the episode. I feel like the first half was kind of boring, but,
Anomaly detected.
pretty, insane, like, events going on, around the time of the elimination. We did sadly lose Michelle, though, which, that means that's it for Survivor. Survivor's already done on the challenge, but, yeah, it was a fun, exit for her. I think for sure she's I think for sure she's gonna come back. I would think her and Corey. Is this the mission? Oh yeah, we did get videos for Ricard and Sydney. I did see those. By the way, Sydney, I love Sydney even more now. Like, I think she's gonna be such a great villain on the show. Again, I don't know how long she's gonna last. I don't think she'll last that long, but she's gonna be fun while she's there. But yeah, I did record the cast assessment today. I was gonna wait until Friday, but again, like, I was already recording the A&W review, so I was just like, fuck it, whatever. I'll just record it today. Yeah, again, started editing it. I'm gonna try to. I think what I'm gonna try to do is try to get edited, like, finish the editing of it tomorrow before work. That way, I could spend Friday editing the not A&W, the Australian Survivor review, which, by the way, we did get a confirmed finale date for Australian Survivor, where Australian Survivor, I guess supposedly was going to end this Tuesday like I thought it was. However, they changed the schedule to where now it is going to end next Sunday instead, where we're only going to be getting 2 episodes this week, and then next Sunday will be the finale. Which actually kind of works out for me. Like, it's like, I mean, it doesn't. It's like it guarantees I can get my my premiere ranking out pretty soon. So at this point, this pretty much means that the next 3 videos are kind of locked in. Where we're gonna have the Survivor 41 cast assessment on Saturday. Wednesday, I'm gonna get that Persona 5 video out, and then next Saturday will be the premiere ranking. The problem here is that, again, it's very much front-loading the month, where after the premiere ranking, it's a lot of videos that aren't going to perform that well, but, again, like, at least I get the premiere ranking out. I really want, again, that's been in the back burner for over a year. Like, again, I just want to get it out at this point. The question at that point is, what do I do with the reviews? I think I'm just going to stick with what I have scheduled, which I don't love. But I think I'm going to just do Australian Survivor review on the Wednesday, which will be, 3 days after its finale. Survivor South Africa on the Saturday, which will be 2 days after that finale. Then do the player rankings the following week on the Wednesday and Saturday. I think the issue there is that both of those videos are not going to perform well. So again, it feels kind of weird to have both of those out there. I don't know if, like, maybe I should bump up the A&W review. I might actually do that. Bump the A&W review the previous Wednesday and get the Australian Survivor player ranking on Saturday. I love how this just became me, like, brainstorming for a schedule, but I think I might actually do that. But either way, kind of locked in these next few videos, at least because of that. Yeah, I feel good about the Sean too. I guess I feel, again, like I talked to this last stream, that I feel good about the Sean. I feel good about Ricard. I feel good about well, I mean, those. I mean, again, it's, like, kind of spoiling things, but those are, like, the 2 people I actually, like, really, really feel good about. Then there's, like, a whole bunch of people that are kind of, like, on a tier below that, where you have like Danny, you have like Nasir, I really like. I just don't know how well he's gonna do, but I like him enough to where like I hope he does well. I think Chantel is another one that has a lot of potential. Yeah, I think those are like my main people there. Where am I going?
Deploying forward station.
I think I've gotten a bit more positive on Erica as time went on, but yeah, I felt like he's oh my god, things are glitching out.
It's risky letting a stranger wander about Havara.
I don't think it's
You know
wise.
the danger.
Yeah, I feel like the Sean and wait, what is going on?
Without an Angaran escort.
That was weird. Where like two people were talking at the same time, but whatever.
That, and you already
Yeah, Deshaun, Ricard, Chantel, like, I agree with those people. JD, I'm interested in. I think JD has potential to do well. It's just that, again, he's so young, and that's, like, kind of my worry with him. But, yeah, definitely some potential there. Root for Canadians. Again, it's what, Chantel and, Erica, right? Are those the only two?
I have to go.
Which,
See you again later.
yeah, again, not terrible picks. Again, like, I think those two are definitely, like, top half of my, like, winner candidates, for sure. So it's like, at least you didn't get, like, a David.
Yes.
I feel like JD would be a mid-merge boot. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think through things now. Yeah, probably mid-merge, maybe, like, early endgame.
I am honored to meet you as a representative of the Andromeda Initiative.
Are all their people this
Could be a
bold?
fan favorite. I haven't listened, like, I haven't seen much of him, if I'm being honest, in terms of, like, him talking. Obviously, I've read his bios. I did see his audition video a little while back, but,
Heard? While the team was exploring the monolith, something went terribly wrong. They were caught in some kind of
but yeah, I do
remnant
think he's
stasis
someone
field,
that
frozen in
that could do
place,
well. Again, like, I think he has
Are they still alive?
Michael
Vitals
Yerger
remain steady
upside,
and neural patterns resemble
but, like,
those
Michael Yerger, if
exhibited
Michael
in
Yerger lived up to his
We
potential.
subjected them to various stimuli, injections of Kachari, nothing worked.
Because, like, considering he is young, he does seem to have a lot of life experience, based on the things that he talks about.
Ocean of fish, one will have
Which is, like, kind of the,
But if you think the alien can
like, I
help,
think when we're talking about, like, the other younger
aside,
people, like,
the
people like,
monolith is not far from here.
Xander and Liana, I don't really get that vibe from them, especially
You don't know what
Liana.
triggered the stasis, and
Like,
it may happen again.
like, Liana to me just comes off so, like, someone that has been, like, so focused on her, like, academics and stuff that, even though I really like her, it's just like, I can't really, like, I don't see her doing extremely well. But then again, I thought the same thing about Hannah. To be honest, I have very similar vibes. Like, Hannah from BB23. Like, I get very similar vibes of both of them. So again, I could be wrong, but, don't feel great about Liana. Hey, Bryce. Yeah, it just started not too long ago. Again, got a late start tonight. I don't know why this is like on my on desktop for some reason. It just stopped showing my uptime for some reason. Like, just blank when on mobile it shows it. So whatever. Oh yeah, I did see that RHP released their cast interviews. I have not had the opportunity to listen to them yet. And that's kind of part of the reason why I decided, you know what, screw it, let's just record the cast assessment today. Because I was like, well, I'm not going to have enough time to listen to all the RHP interviews before I do my cast assessment anyway. So it's like, why listen to any of them? Like, I might as well just do it, like, a bit more blind. It's kind of similar to with, like, Survivor South Africa, where, like, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to listen to all those interviews. So I decided, you know, screw it. Mind you, with this, I have a lot more information than Survivor South Africa. And also, something I noticed, like, again, like, I've already started editing the cast assessment, and I think it's going to be shorter than other recent cast assessments. Where I'm kind of, like, I think it's going to be probably around, like, the 30-ish minute mark. If not possibly even, like, maybe a little bit lower than that. Which, like, recent cast assessments have been, like, nearing the 40-minute mark. Like, I mean, like 35, 40 minutes. I think like BB23 was like 30 minutes exact. But, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm not even paying attention to the game. But, this one does seem to be, kind of on the shorter side, which, I wonder if it's because, like, I have a feeling it's probably because, like, we have more information, and because we have more information, I don't go as much, off on, like, tangents about other things, which seem to happen with, like, Survivor South Africa in particular. And even Australian Survivor, but then Australian Survivor also, there's just more people, so that's another thing. Anyway. Got some news today. Okay.
Let's be careful around the
Again, what's your obsession with the kissing booth?
Glow in the dark fungus. School-age Liam would have been so excited.
Don't consider anything you say. Not in this area.
Running ammo! Thanks, Joel.
Yeah, I think it's just alphabetical, right? The first batch of interviews. Which, I'll be honest, like, that first batch isn't that interesting to me either. Like, I feel like a lot of the people I'm more interested in hearing from are, like, not in that first batch. It's like Brad, I feel like I kind of have a good read on Brad. Danny, I think I have a decent enough read. I mean, maybe like, that'll be one that, maybe I can learn more from. But, like, David, I feel like I have a good read on him. Erica, I feel like I have a good read on her. Evie, I feel like would be interesting, just because, again, like, I just want to know how much of it is real, with her. And then, again, Jeannie would also, I guess, would also be an interesting one, just to see, like, how game savvy she is, which I'm not expecting her to be. But, yeah, I do plan on listening to them, but, again, I just did not have time, and probably won't have time over the next few days, so I was just like, I'm not even gonna bother listening to it. David seems very game body. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's what I was expecting. Again, that's it's like, I feel like I have a good read on David. I feel like he is. I compared him to a young David Sampson last time, and I feel like I'm still getting that vibe from everything I've seen from him since. What am I doing? Like, I'm just playing this so terribly. Okay, Evie came out more genuine. Like, either way, Evie still isn't someone that I would have picked. Like, even if, like, her whole, like, oh, I hate men thing, whatever, like, ends up being, like, she's just playing it up. Like, I still wouldn't have picked Evie anyway. Like, it doesn't really change much. But, I definitely would probably have a higher opinion of her if she, like, recognizes, that how adaptable she needs to be. What is this mission? Like, I really don't even remember this mission. Yeah, Evie is a girl. I did like I did think that I thought I heard somewhere that she was non-binary, but then like I started to like do some research and I like couldn't find anything on that, so I'm assuming not. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. I really have, like, no memory of this section. Okay. But yeah, I feel like the interviews I'm more interested in hearing from are like again like JD. I feel like Heather and Tiffany will be kind of interesting, just because like I kind of want to like I mean obviously we know how big of that they're both pretty big fans, but I would like to know how game savvy they are. Wait, Damian Bradclough. Okay.
Looks clear.
Yeah, I'll be honest, like, this morning when I recorded the cast assessment for 41, I feel like I came off a bit more negative on Erica than I meant to. Because, like, I feel like at this point, I'm kind of like, if I'm doing, like, a power ranking of the cast, like, I feel like Erica's probably number, like, 6 or 7. Like, 5, 6, 7, like, kind of in that range. Like, she's in the top half. Okay, well, where's this guy? Yeah, Ricard is the friend of Kelly Wentworth. Who, again, he's like half deaf. He's like one of the few people that's like not a ridiculous age. Where like, again, like, I think 7 people or like 26 or under, with again 3 like 20-year-olds. Then you have like I think 5 people like above the age of 45. Or something like that. So like Ricard's like one of the few like that's like kind of in the middle. Erica and Deshawn have confirmed that they were on the original 41 cast. Yeah, I knew Erica was. I did not know about Deshawn. Yeah, I would actually like to see. I mean, I doubt we'll ever get this, but I would like to see who the original 41 cast was. Because like obviously we know that they were like ready to go out and film. And we do know that like some of this cast like was not on the original cast, like considering some of them applied during quarantine. Someone like an Evie, I think, admitted to that. So it's like I would be interested in seeing like who the original cast was, and like if we do eventually get all that original cast on Survivor at some point anyway. Like I do wonder also like are some of the people that were on the original 41 going to be on 42? Is that like a thing that's going to happen? Or like they just bump some of them to 42?
Feel my allergies flaring up.
Because like I don't think the 42 cast was finalized just yet. I might be wrong on that, but yes, I think it'll be interesting to see. Where am I going? Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see if we see like more original 41 people later down the road. Is Jerry Fields ever gonna be? Oh, I assume you're talking about Cerie's son? Like Jared, right? Is his name? Which, oh yeah, Nasir. I would love to hear from Nasir. That's that one. Yeah, I would assume no, unless we get Blood vs. Water season at this point. Again, like I don't know why he wasn't on the cast for 37 though. Like we don't know exactly like why he was taken off the cast. So again, like if it's something like serious, then obviously like probably not. If it's not something serious, then like potentially they'd bring him back at some point. But like I don't know why they were like. It feels weird to me that he was even in consideration for 37 to begin with. It just feels like such a random casting choice. So, like, for me, it's like, again, like, I feel like if we have Blood vs. Water, it makes sense. Like, lock him in. But, if we're just, like, having a random season, it's like, why are we having him there? Was it health issues? Again, like, I don't know. I never really followed up on exactly why he was taken off the cast. But again, if it is, like, some sort of health thing that's, like, actually, like, oh, fuck off, I died. But if it is some sort of health thing that is actually serious and everything, then it's like, I mean, we're probably not seeing him again then. yeah, like I love how like Mass Effect Andromeda is going to take us forever to finish. Like we're making such slow progress here, but I mean, I guess really who actually cares? Considering most people don't watch for the game anyway. What do you think of B? B, when? I'm assuming the Davis Goliath. Which, as a player, not great. I mean, she's blindsided on the only vote that she was there for. Seemed to not really get the game. I mean, for me, I think B is like the biggest dud on that cast. Even more so than like a Jessica Pete. But, yeah, Jatia, I mean, Jatia's also bad from what we've seen, but I do think she's actually someone that, like, has a level of potential on a return. Like, I think on a return, it would be interesting to see how she adapts her game, because, like, we've seen her play Sequester, and, like, while she hasn't played Sequester, like, that well, she hasn't played Sequester poorly, either. Like, I mean, like, she's not the complete disaster she was on Kagion, on Sequester. Like, fuck. I forgot, did she win Sequester? I don't remember if did she win or did she come in second or something? I don't even remember anymore. But either way, it's like, she made it far. Yeah, there's no race to dump on Sequester. Yeah, I do feel like, again, like, on a return, I think she has some potential. I don't know, again, like, I feel like it's going to be tough for her to win, though. Again, like, from now seeing her on Sequester, I feel like I have a good sense of, like, the, most potential that she has in terms of, like, win equity, and I feel like she is someone that's going to struggle to win a jury vote, because I do feel like she is, kind of more of a follower, really, when it comes to strategy. Was that the one that Kellen won? Like, I know she was on... I don't know if I can even find this anymore. Oh, I'm already getting attacked. Cool. Because I know she was on a Sequester that wasn't the Survivor one. Yeah, she did win Sequester. I'm looking this up right now. Which one did she win? I don't remember anymore. Was it the, Actually, I might actually... Wait, I want to look this up real quick. Like, I know most people don't actually care, but, like, this is, like, I'm trying to remember... And this only happened not even a year ago, right? I love how, like, my memory of this is, like, kind of already faded, but... I feel like she did win... one... Again, I'm talking about Sequester Minis. I know there's a Sequester vote chart thing somewhere. Let's see, is this it? This is not it? Damn it. I really want to find this because, whatever, who cares? I mean, like, she did win Sequester, so, I do think she, could win, but I do think she's, not really the type of person that they would give the win on a modern season, though. Because, like, on the season that she won, I believe she was someone that, like, was completely out of the loop in the end game. And really had, like, again, like, was pretty much had no agency towards the end of the game, but, like, kind of gets dragged to the end and wins due to a weird jury. What do I think of athletes on Survivor? I like most of the athletes that have been on Survivor up to this point. That'll be fun to do a ranking of all the athletes. Like even the ones that haven't been great players, I thought like brought something to again, like Alan Ball, like is fantastic TV. But then you have like a Gary Hawkins, who's amazing. Gonna love Gary Hogaboom. You got Jeff Kent is great TV. Even Scott Pollard again, like as like unlikable of a person he is. Again, they did make for some pretty good TV there. Like I do think for the most part, athletes have ended up being pretty good TV. What I think of Tyrone as a player, I don't think much of Tyrone. I like Tyrone. Again, he's like a fun, like he's like one of these characters that has like fun little moments, but is never really that prominent of a figure. But
Wonder if I'd get anything on
pretty
the scanner.
mediocre player.
Found them.
What's this?
The researchers caught in the stasis field. Exactly where Kieran said they would be.
I already talked about Marcus in my top pre-merge boot video.
Looks like it isn't filled in yet.
I would think next All-Star season's going to be Second Chance. Yeah, I do, again, I've talked about this in previous streams. I do worry that if we, like, because we've waited so long for Second Chance, that it's going to pretty much just end up being a whole bunch of people from, like, the last, like since essentially 35. I think, because there's just so many people to bring back at this point. And if we're not going to get it until, like, 44, which is, like, where I would expect it to happen at this point, like, there's a lot of seasons there. Again, you got, what, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39... You got 8 seasons. 8 seasons to work with there. Mind you, obviously one of them had just filmed without it airing, so it's like, you're not going to get that many people from that, but still, it's like, that's a lot of seasons to work with even there, without even considering all the seasons that came before it. So,
That should do it.
I do feel like we should be getting Second Chance pretty soon. And obviously, like Jeff has talked about how they're pretty likely to do Second Chance, so... Would be surprised if we don't get it soon, because I don't think they're going to end up waiting until like 50 to do it. Where's on top? No, where is this thing? Whatever. Danny, I'm high on, but he's not. Danny is a person that, like, when we first saw the cast, I had him at as a very likely winner pick for me, but I don't know. Like, I'm kind of like I just get so many Alan Ball flashbacks with him, and then also it's like he talks a lot about Ben also, and it's like. I don't know if I really, like, he's really, the top contender for me anymore. I still think he has a good shot. I still think he is a decent winner pick, but, again, I just decided to go for someone else. Where am I going? Why is Scott Pollard a bad person? I mean, he, what did he do with Zeke? I don't remember. Oh, fuck, I'm not even paying attention.
The interface failed, Pathfinder. It
Like, he
appears
tweeted
that
something about Zeke. He tweeted a picture of Zeke, pre-operation or something. And, yeah, not great. And everyone loves these puzzles. Wait, I should not have done this one first. Where does Marcus rank in the greens? I mean, like, I don't know, probably slightly above average. Not particularly high, but, wait, I'm not paying attention. Wait, that is the only one I can do right now, right? Wait, no, this one I can solve. It's that. And this one is... this. Maybe we'll get a captain season. Yeah, could. I don't know if they loved how Edge of Extinction played out though. I would suspect that we're more likely to get like a fans versus favorites sort of thing, or like a half and half over like a captain season, considering how like targeted the captains were on Edge of Extinction. There we go. That should be it.
Reading of the monitors and scatting stars. What?
It's still so weird that happened on
Pathfinder Rider with the Andromeda Initiative. I'm...
Wait, what
from
are you
another
confused
galaxy.
about? Do you not
Take a
know
moment.
that Zeke was
Think of areas.
transgender?
Appearing out of nowhere.
Like, do you not know like one of like
The remnant tech around
the
here
biggest
had me
moments of
frozen in
Survivor
some
Game
kind of
Changers?
stasis.
I don't know who you are. Just stay back.
I don't think he remembers being frozen.
Pack your equipment.
Oh my god,
We're
the
leaving. Alert Palev that there's an alien presence.
animations
by
are
the
still
monolith.
really bad. Yeah, I mean, I think
Well,
if they do fans versus favorites, they'll probably be
Did you figure out what happened to the research team?
pretty modern. I could see like one or two people squeaking by from like I don't know, like a 32
We deactivated the
or
stasis
30,
field. They're safe
but
and making their way back.
That's good.
yeah, I think it'll be mostly modern though.
Too. Kira looks
Again, like I'm like I said this before, like I think you can easily create a cast of people just from the last few seasons. Like a second chance cast, like post 30, I think that you can easily just create a cast there. So again, would not be surprising if they did a returnee season that does heavily weight towards recent players. Yeah, is it the craziest moment ever, according to Watch Mojo? What is what is legitimately the craziest moment in Survivor? I don't even know what it would be. Where am I going? And that's like pretty much most of this playthrough. Yeah, Devins is like 1,000,000,000% a lock. If Rick Devins is not on the next season of some sort of or like he's a lock for whatever returnee season they end up doing next. Like as long as it's not obviously like a winner, like they're not doing another Winners at War, but like something that like really confines it to where he can't be on it. Like Rick Devins is locked in. Like no possible way Rick Devins is not on the next All-Star season. Because it's not even just, like, they obviously would really want him, but it's also, like, he has literally nothing going on. Like, he got fired from his news anchor job and everything. Like, he's doing, like, some podcasting stuff and stuff now, but it's like, so he has, like, nothing going on that would stop him from playing Survivor. Like, he is an absolute lock. Is the double quit thing? I feel like double quit's not crazy enough, to be the answer. I feel like crazy, like, I was thinking more so in the sense of, like, the thing that, like, this thing actually happened on Survivor. Like, that it's, like, insane that this one event happened. Not necessarily from a gameplay standpoint, but, like, more so from a, like, a human standpoint. Maybe it is the Zeke stuff. Why did he get fired? I don't know. I think they just fired him. Because they didn't need him anymore. Dan Spielo, again, isn't that crazy? I mean, it's obviously terrible, but it's like, I don't know if it's like like, it's not the most shocking thing that a guy gets really handsy on Survivor. Shampoo stream sequence. Yeah, like, in terms of second chance too, that, like, I think there is a chance that Angelina's not on it. not necessarily from like I think production would for sure walk her back, but I do think there's a chance that she says no though, especially now that she has a child and everything. Yeah, maybe the grandma lie. To be honest, like maybe it is the Zeke moment. I mean, that might not be that far. You know, actually, let's look this up right now. Like what they have on their list. Let's see. It's from 3 years ago. The thumbnail is the fucking grandma lie. I get a fucking ad. So, that's something. Oh, am I going back here? What'd I even do?
Any news of the Moonlight? What do you mean, grey spiky aliens? Ket?
No.
Waiting for the ad to finish. There we go. Alright, what do we got? We got,
Before the freeze.
You mean Turians? You saw Turians?
yeah, number one Jeff
Why don't
Farner
you and
out
Torvald talk
Zeke.
about that later. Right now, I want to thank you for saving
Snakes and
my
Rats
team.
speech was number
You
2.
weren't lying. Kieran told us everything. She even had pictures.
I apologize for the indifferent
I feel like
welcome
that's
you
a,
received
like,
from me
man,
earlier.
kind of a bit high. In terms of, like, craziest moments. Eric Blindside's pretty up there, like, even though it is a gameplay moment, like, I do think, like, it's kind of insane that, this guy that was very clearly the target ends up giving up immunity. Scoopin' falls in the fire, that's kind of whatever. Double idle play, eh. What is... Randy plays Bob's Idols number 7? Why? That's bizarre. Caleb Collapses is number 8. If we're going on a... Yeah, if we're going on a gameplay thing, I think Advantage Gen's probably one of the ones that's pretty high on there. Which I love how they call it hashtag immunity train. Like they're not in on
Don't worry
the
about it.
on the
I have no
lingo.
reason to trust me. The last aliens you met were Ket.
Ryder, what you have done here, your remnant understanding and your Sam.
Oh yeah, they say Parvati, right? Or something like that. I do remember. I did watch like one of the Watch Mojo Survivor videos, and they just like completely mispronounce Parvati.
Kieran, I've been thinking, if Ryder can use remnants, couldn't we fix
Like it's so
the
funny to me, like the concept of like Watch Mojo. And to be fair, like I mispronounce things all the time on my
This will take
videos.
time to explain.
But it is
We can
funny to
discuss
me
it
the
further when you
concept
have
of like
time.
Watch Mojo and like some of these other channels that like do rankings of things that they clearly have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. Like it's so bizarre to me. Ghost Island tie. I mean, yeah. I feel like there's crazier things, but I think if you were to like make a like, especially if we're going from a game standpoint, like I think top 10 craziest things. I think that would probably make top 10. Like I think like gameplay wise, I think Advantage Getting is definitely high up there. Probably the Sandra boot from Winners at War is pretty high on there. Again, Eric's Blindside is very high up there. Tyson Blindside's very high up there. From Here's Just Villains. But again, like I've never, me personally, I've never been as high on Parvati's double idol play as so many people seem to be. Like yes, it is a good move, but it's like I feel like when people like talk about it as like one of the all-time great moves, like I feel like that's kind of a bit overblown. Like people talk about like, oh, how impressive of a read it is that like she realized she wasn't gonna get her votes. It's like obviously she wasn't gonna get votes there. It's like obviously everyone knew that she was the blatant target and someone that potentially had an idol. It's like why would they put the votes on her? And like when Danny had immunity and Russell was the swing vote, it's like who else could get votes? Like she literally plays the two idols on the two other options that could potentially get votes. Like it's not that impressive. Like it's like to me it would have been more impressive if she like literally figured out, oh, they're voting for Jerry, I'm gonna play my one idol on Jerry. That's more impressive to me than her wasting both of her idols. But again, to each their own. Yeah, John Hennigan, Blindside's pretty good. Especially when, I think the thing though, like, John Hennigan Blindside's, I think the thing that makes it as high as it is more so the, well, I mean, I guess the minority vote split is a part of that. Because, like, again, like, a minority vote split to me is something that, should have already happened by that point. To me, it's not, like, that crazy that a minority vote split, ended up happening. So I guess most of the crazy part is the, like, Dan playing his idol thing that's, like, been seen before. So I don't know. I don't know if that really, is, like, one of the craziest things. Sarah Blindside Kagyan's up there. Chris winning, yeah, I guess so. It is insane, though, that Chris Underwood, was the third boot and also the winner of the season. And what's also funny, too, is, like, this is, like, not that uncommon if we're looking at international. Like, especially international beyond English language. Like, it happens all the time where, like, people return to the game and end up winning, or people join the game late and end up winning, and that sort of stuff. But again, like, obviously this is the first time it happened for US. And obviously these other shows aren't as much focused on the game. They're more so focused on the show element of it, and the survival and that sort of thing. Where am I going? I guess there? Yeah, I mean, the Kagyan Merge Tribal is one of my favorite tribals ever, and like the Kagyan Merge episode is probably my favorite episode of Survivor ever. Yeah, I do want to do a Merge episode ranking at some point. Don't know when that'll be, but I would like to do it at some point, and I feel like Kagyan Merge is more than likely going to be number one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing with Edge of Extinction, where, again, like, I had that dichotomy with the finale ranking, where it's like, technically what happens in the finale of Edge of Extinction is kind of a travesty, when it comes to Survivor, but it's also, like, one of the most riveting finales in the history of the show. So it's like, how do I really assess this? And, like, in terms of, like, the actual finale itself, it's, like, one of the few finales that is able to stand on its own right, where, like, it tells its own story from beginning to end, where, like, obviously so many other finales are more so, obviously the conclusion to a season. Like, they don't necessarily tell their own stories, because they're, like, concluding stories that have already been set up previously. Which isn't a fault. Obviously, that's the thing that you would expect of a finale. But I do think it is interesting to have this finale that is, like, kind of self-contained. What am I doing? What is the objective? Obviously, you can tell that I'm really enjoying my experience with this right now. Oh, is this not even the main mission? Oh. Well, fuck that then. Getting back on here. There we go.
Leaving Avaril. Registers
Oh, talking about Survivor South Africa and AU. Santoni got voted out. Santoni's not winning. Santoni was never really winning. But yeah, she's gone. Chappies is winning Survivor South Africa. And Haley is winning Survivor Australian Survivor. Still pretty confident on those two. But yeah, Survivor South Africa, we're at the final 5. The finale is 2 weeks from tomorrow. And Australian Survivor, we're also at the final 5, aren't we?
Can you come by the med bay?
And the finale for that is a week from Sunday. where we have still 3 more episodes left. Who said that? That was Lexi, right? That's her name? Yeah, well, we'll do this first.
Prepping VidCon communications.
Yeah, who was at the Final 5? Were they all big fans in Edge of Extinction? Yeah, because you have Gavin, Julie, Rick, Lauren, and Victoria. So yeah, they all were big fans. I actually never even thought about that. That everyone there was like a pretty big fan of the show too. So that makes it even more tragic for them that their game gets ruined by Chris. I do not believe Chris was a group. Chris was a pretty big fan. Like Chris was someone that had listened to the evolution of strategy from RGP. Like he was he freaked out when he got interviewed by Josh Wigler, and like he made like references to the Blood versus Water evolution of strategy episode where they really like harped on playing the game for Monica and like that sort of stuff, and like he kept on like requoting their stuff. So it's like he's a big fan. Like Chris Underwood is a fan of Survivor.
I'd like this to be the beginning of a strong relationship.
Yeah, Chappies gets voted out next. What the fuck is this season? Like, I don't know what the fuck the story is of this season, but I feel pretty confident Chappies is winning at this point. I do think Tyson is being set up as the villain that he ends up beating, like his final obstacle.
Adding my processor to their program would no doubt.
I've talked about this before. Like, I question how he's gonna win. Because I don't fully get how he gets the votes, but just based off the edit, it's like I just feel so confident in him winning at this point. Especially when looking back early on in the season, reanalyzing some of the content he was getting early on. I think it just very much feels in line with the edits of recent Survivor South Africa winners. And also he literally gets a confessional where he says, "I'm the winner," so I mean, yeah, I think he's winning.
You're welcome on the mission.
Thank you.
How much does your opinion of Edge of Extinction change if, say, Devins wins? Devins would still be a bottom tier winner, but it's like, I don't know, actually. It might actually go down, if I'm being honest, because I'm very high on Edge of Extinction. Like, I have Edge of Extinction, like, ranked, I don't remember exactly where it is, but, like, it's around, like, the 13, 14, 15 range. Like, I personally always liked Edge of Extinction, despite its flaws. Obviously, the flaws of Chris coming back to the game at the last second and winning, but also that's kind of what makes the season unique. It's obviously something we had never seen before. While Rick Devens, Rick Devens' win would have also been kind of monumental, but we also kind of just saw a similar sort of win that was actually better in Ben's. So, I don't know, like, I think Rick Devens winning would have been a bit of a negative there in comparison to Chris winning. To be honest, like, entirely, I feel like Rick Devens winning is still probably better than, like, a Gavin win, or, like, a Julie win, or, like, any of these other people, like, from a TV and, like, storytelling standpoint. Again, game-wise, yeah, Gavin should have won. But from like a storytelling standpoint, Gavin winning is just such like an underwhelming outcome for the season. But like, to be honest, like Chris winning that season, it might be the best outcome. I do think it adds to the appeal of the season for me. Though I think if we were to get an Edge of Extinction 2, and like we literally have the exact same thing again, it wouldn't be nearly as interesting to me. I think it's like the reason why it is so high is because it is something a bit unique for Survivor. If Gavin wins, where's your rank? Probably middle tier. Okay, I really should have my winner ranking somewhere. I really don't. like written out. Actually, I mean, I probably. Actually, I do have my global one somewhere. Let's look this up. I have my global one. Hopefully. If I can find the right fucking folder. I have way too many folders at this point because I have so many fucking videos. Where is it? I can't find it because I'm a fucking idiot. There we go. I found it. Natalie won. If Natalie won, Winners at War, I'm assuming. Like, you're talking about Winners at War? She's the worst winner. Like, possibly ever. Like, I think worse than Gaia Leech, probably. Because she was literally the first boot, came back to the game at the final 6, and had to, literally win out from that point, where she uses 2 idols in a row and then wins final immunity. She literally does nothing within the actual game itself. Yeah, let's see. Gavin, yeah, I mean, Gavin, I think there's an argument for him being... No. Yeah, Gavin would probably be, probably near where Nick is. I don't know, it's tough. Gavin's such a tough person to rank, though, because I feel like Gavin... I get like and this is why I ranted about him in at the time on the edge of extinction. But it's like he's someone that like was technically in a power position for a lot of the end game stretch of the game, but like never actually does anything with that position. So like even though he's in the position to be making all the calls and making the strategic decisions, he ends up just handing that power to like Lauren, and Lauren ends up making decisions for him, and then he hands the power to Victoria at points, and she makes decisions for him. And it's like he very rarely actively, and like Ron does it too at a point, but like he very rarely is the one actually coming up with plans, and yeah, it's just. It's kind of tough to really call like how much agency and how much control he really had.
Take her down, Callow.
Because like he was in a position to where he should have had it, but like never actually shows it really. Yeah, Natalie would be worse than Chris Underwood for sure.
I take it that's no longer the case.
All H2O on Habitat 6 folds the Angara is ice. And those oceans frozen over completely.
Yeah, I mean, like, Chris plays... Like, considering considering how long Chris was in the game, in the end game, I think he plays it near perfectly. The one gripe is obviously the Final 5 round, where he does need the idol at the Final 5. Though... Again, there are like some excuses in the sense that one, Rick Devens won immunity, who was the initial target. Also, Chris knew he was safe, so like he had no reason to actually try and scramble because he knew he had an idol. So, and also it's also a bigger move to the jury for him to successfully play an idol than for him to like just survive a vote because he already did that in the previous round. So that kind of shows like a different level of his gameplay. So it's kind of tough to really knock him too much for that. So I think Chris plays a near flawless game for what he needed to do after he comes back from the edge. While Natalie, again, was in the position to do that exact same thing, but then just doesn't. And again, like because like with Chris, like at the final 6, like he's able to survive that without an idol, and is also able to get Lauren to waste her idol on him, which allows him to vote her out at Final 5. While Natalie, she literally does nothing after she finds the idol, or after she comes into the game with an idol. Like she doesn't really do much that actively, and she kind of just banks on hoping that Sarah flips to her side at the Final 5. And then she plays the idol, keeps Sarah around, which actually plays into the majority alliance that was against Sarah, Ben, and Tony, where she ends up voting out Denise for them. And then you get the final 5 round where like she technically doesn't need the idol, but like her finding the idol stirred the votes away from her because like everyone knew that she had the idol. So like she would have been the person that gets voted out there had they not known that she had the idol. And in the final 4 she wins immunity and like doesn't do anything to guarantee that Tony goes home. Who is like the biggest jury threat there. So it's again like she really. It's also weird. Like it's so weird to me too because like it's like this is so radically different from the Nally that we. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to do that. But so radically different from the Nally that we saw in San Juan del Sur, where like the Nally in San Juan del Sur like played a very risky game and
No time to waste.
made really
Fill me
bold
in on the
moves. But
shuttle.
then like we see her on Edge of on Winners at War, and it's like she just doesn't do that. Like she doesn't do any of the things that she did on San Juan del Sur. And I don't know if it's because she was like, does this matter? Who do we even have the option of picking? Oh, we have to take him. Oh, do we have all the crew members already? Oh, I didn't remember that for some reason. Whatever, we'll pick them. Lauren O'Connor has a new boyfriend. That's a shame. Yeah, I mean, that is obviously a thing that, yeah, we do know after the fact that, yeah, War Dog was the one that told Chris that this is exactly what he needs to do and literally outlined.
So, no one has ever seen the inside of one of these places. Really?
What he ended up doing, pretty much beat for beat. But, yeah, Chris still executed it, though.
That's grim. No one's escaped?
Sure, we've liberated Cat work.
And again, Natalie Anderson, like, had the blueprint there. Like, she had literally just seen Edge of Extinction before going out this season. So it's not like she didn't also know that's the thing that she could have done.
What? As slaves?
Will I make a GoFundMe? No, I won't. I can assure you that. Let's see.
Joel, we can't just give in to blanket despair. We gotta have hope. It's why they fight. It's why we're
Yeah,
here.
I mean, like, I'll be honest, like, I think through the replay of Andromeda here, my opinion of it's going back down. I think I'm definitely, again, like, I was kind of okay on it the first time I played it. I end up really enjoying it on the replay. I think now when replaying it, especially after having played the previous, like, the original trilogy, right beforehand, which, again, that's another thing that I didn't do, because, like, when I played Andromeda, even for the first time, it was, I believe, over a year since the last time I played the original trilogy. So here, I mean, having just played the trilogy, I think you really do notice how downgraded this game is on almost every facet. Like, I do think the core gameplay is probably better.
Stay close. Don't draw attention until we have to.
But it's like narratively, it's obviously a massive like it's really underwhelming on almost every aspect. And even then, like certain gameplay things are also not great. Like I think the combat is probably the best. Though again, like I mean, like there are like still things that like kind of annoy me. So, I don't know. It's like it'll be interesting when I like collect my thoughts, because again, like the entire point of playing this was kind of to, like refresh my mind on the game before writing my 5 years later script, which yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to be as positive as I thought I was going to be. I'm going here.
Run Angaran shield disable program.
Adding my process accelerator. Stand by. Continue to stand by.
Yeah, because I'm sure they'll definitely work out there for you, Bryce.
I have created a small orbital shield.
Look, it worked.
Celebrate when we're out.
Exactly. Come on, team. Focus.
Okay, cool.
Cat creatures incoming!
I shoot these, right? Yeah. That looks ridiculous. Fuck. Angara more interesting than the cat? I mean, yeah. I mean, is it hard to be, is it hard to be more interesting than the cat? Oh, wait, that's where I came from, isn't it? What would happen if you tried to kiss Lauren O'Connell? You'll probably be arrested. I feel like that's probably the most likely thing. With her permission, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you're probably not going to get her permission, though.
By the time you leave, I want to know everything about this place.
Yes, Pathfinder.
All right, let's go.
What am I doing?
Skelv, you're on me.
Is this not where I'm supposed to go? I guess not. Whatever. Oh yeah, since I last streamed, I did literally play 30 minutes of Undertale, which was interesting. I definitely want to obviously play more, but I've only had 30 minutes. Again, last night I really focused on trying to finish the A&W script. And once I did that, it was already like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, okay, let's try to play some Undertale. And then I like started playing some. I was like, ah, fuck, I'm too tired. But,
Oh, do you see this, Hate? Yes, incredible. I can't believe I'm
okay.
here.
And I'll bet neither can these guys.
Keep up the pressure. Owen, on your left.
What I name? Oh, I think I named them BLM. Like, does that matter? Does the name of the character matter? Yeah, that's what annoyed me in like Near Replicant when I played that recently. It annoyed me how much the name of the character mattered in that game. Where like the name that you give them like literally shows up on like every little thing in the game.
Huddle up.
Oh, okay.
If we were a surprise, I doubt we're one anymore.
You have the best chance of finding Moshae Sefer. We'll attack head-on and provide a distraction.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing with, yeah, actually, to be honest, that's probably something I haven't really thought of, is how this game it only introduces 2 new races, and it's like, one is, like, automatically shown to us as, like, the good guys, while the other one's the bad guys. While in Mass Effect 1, it's like the villains aren't necessarily an entire race. I mean, outside the Geth, but it's like the Geth's the Geth. But like when it comes to like Saren and like Benezia and stuff, like those other characters like came from different races. And like there are obviously like different dynamics there between like the Asari and the Turians in the game, where like we even see like Garrus hates Saren, like that sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, I mean, Mass Effect 1 just does set up its narrative a lot better in retrospect. Which, I mean, I always thought Mass Effect 1 had a better story than Andromeda, but it's like by a lot at this point. Where, like, I think I probably would have said that it's like, oh, it's not that big of a difference.
Break the window?
No, the seal is invulnerable.
Decontamination? For what?
But I will still say that gameplay-wise, as you would expect from a game that was released 10 years afterwards, but I still think gameplay-wise this game's for sure better than 1. But I do think if I were, like, because there was definitely a point where, like, if I were to rank the Mass Effect games, it would have been 2, 3, Andromeda 1. I think at this point, it's like, I would have 1 above Andromeda. Even though I am, again, 1 annoys the shit out of me to this day to play, but I still don't think it's enough to really take away all it does narratively. Oh, are we at this, isn't this a boss battle? I don't realize we're at this point already.
What is this? Fortune and welcome. Step forward.
Yeah, it's also funny that, again, like, I did write my A&W review last night, and it's so weird to me that, like, I actually have to care about A&W to write the review. Because, like, so much of it, me watching A&W this season has been, like, me kind of just, like, blindly watching it without really, like, caring that much. So, like, to actually, like, look back at my notes and, remember, like, really how poorly edited the show is, like,
Looks like some sort of ritual.
it was kind of funny.
The Angara
Why do people hate SB? I mean, it's because she
I know the Moshai.
took out Derek X in a position where it's not even in her best interest to really do so.
It's as good a lead as any.
Then also, I think SB's also is going to be the type of person that has her fair share of haters. But I think why it's, like, so overwhelming at this point is because of that. And why take it out on her again? It's because, like, she didn't need to take out Derek X. It wasn't in her best interest to get rid of Derek X.
No. It awaits final exaltation.
But she does so. Which, by the way, I haven't talked about Big Brother. We did have some pretty interesting stuff go on the last couple days with endgame related things, where Tiffany's really setting up her endgame a lot more now. And so is Hannah, where
We came here for the Moshai.
it does seem like as of now, the all-women Final Three is pretty locked in, to where that is Tiffany, that is Hannah's plan, and potentially Tiffany's plan. But it does seem like Kylan is Tiffany's Final Four person at this point, which is interesting, because obviously the assumption was like, Kylan's going to be the first one out of the cookout. But again, there's a big chance that Xavier's going to be taken out if he doesn't win out at this point. And there's also talk about getting rid of Big D at Final Six, which is also like, why the fuck are we getting rid of Big D? But it is interesting that, again, we're getting a lot more, like, positioning that ends up actually mattering at this point, which it's been a little bit.
Should we toss the place?
Oh, yeah, they disliked SB for targeting Hannah back then, too. Forgot about that, actually. Actually, it is kind of funny that, it is Hannah that is going to essentially be taking out SB here, with her winning the veto and everything.
This looks like a classroom. Guess facing the front of the class is universal. What's that thing against the wall?
Tiffany and Hannah both want to go to Final Two with each other. What do I think of that? I think I personally like it in the sense that I think it's more than likely going to give Tiffany the win, which I do think Tiffany is just hands down the best player of the season. So I would be happy if that ends up happening. I don't think it's in Hannah's best interest, obviously. Again, I think Hannah struggles in a jury vote against Tiffany. I don't think it's impossible that she wins, but I do definitely think it is a much tougher road for her. I do think Hannah's ideal should be to go with Azza, as I do feel like that's probably her easiest guaranteed win, which, to be fair, could be a thing that she does by the time we get to Final Three. Like, it's obviously still a long ways away, and if those three end up being the Final Three, like, for all we know, maybe Hannah does recognize that she can't beat Tiffany and does take out Tiffany. But again, as of right now, it does seem like they're both loyal to each other.
Go ahead.
We contacted Commander Dazil. More fighters are on their way.
But yeah, like, I think at this point, I think Tiffany wins against anybody but Xavier.
10 scientists and technicians. Get together all of them. Will do.
The question has always been, like, how's Tiffany get to the end? So again, I do think she is doing good work in setting herself up at this point. Though again, like, technically going into the cookout was not her ideal to begin with, because again, the cookout includes people that are not very pro Tiffany, particularly Derek F. and fuck.
So far, we're beyond the main.
Oh yeah, I did. I haven't been able to talk about Kylan's tweets. They're fucking hilarious. Like, the entire Kylan being like a male Karen thing is just hilarious.
We found a room of prisoners who were entrapped
again, like his tweet about McDonald's where he posts the receipt where like it's like $3 more for like a sausage egg
Sam, any luck figuring out how this place works?
like a McMuffin where it's like
The Angara have no intel on this facility.
where again it's like $3 extra for adding egg to it, and like he complains about it on Twitter. Again, that's hilarious. You have him like getting upset at a company for not responding to him until like a month later or something like that. It's like there's some great tweets there. It is pretty hilarious. You have him like wanting to start a class action lawsuit, right? That was also another thing. Man, yeah, it's great. I think it makes Kylan a lot more interesting of a character too, because like again, Kylan like in the house, like is this like pretty calm and mellow guy. But, like to know that he also has this side where like he's complaining about companies on Twitter is just hilarious. Okay.
What if the Moshai isn't in a pod?
Yeah, Derek, I think Hannah, if we're doing Hannah versus Tiffany final,
You're that sure of your
actually, okay, let's play this out. Because I'm pretty sure I can just bring this up. If this would load. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, now that you bring it up, maybe there is a good chance here. So, I mean, if we're going through jury votes, if Tiffany and Hannah are in the final two, I do think Azza probably... I think Azza's a bit up in the air, but I think Derek F. for sure goes Hannah. I think Claire for sure goes Tiffany. I think Kylan goes Tiffany. Probably. And I think with her comes probably Sarah Beth. Or with him comes Sarah Beth, probably. Xavier, I think Xavier goes Hannah. I don't know. Like, Xavier's tough because, like, Xavier, like, as of right now, Xavier wants to take Hannah to the final two. And I think a lot of that comes from how much he looks at her as, like, a little sister sort of figure. So... But, like, I don't know how much he respects her game. And I do feel like Xavier is a person that is going to vote off of game. So I think that is a question mark. But let's just say he leans Hannah for sake of argument. Again, Derek X, probably. Like, I think Derek X can go either way. I know he did seem very pro-Hannah. But this is also before him knowing that Hannah is in on the cookout. Which he will find out by the time that the season is done. So, and he obviously has a lot of respect for Tiffany as well. So I do think he is a bit up in the air. But let's just, again, for the sake of argument, let's just say Hannah.
Security overkill.
Brittany probably goes Hannah, to be honest. And again, like if we're saying Azza goes Hannah, that would be enough. Like to be honest, like I mean, the Jokers, I think, are Hannah's best way to winning. Where again, like I do think Tiffany has Kylan, probably Sarah Beth, but then even Sarah Beth could have a respect for Hannah, considering she wanted to get rid of Hannah and couldn't. So I do think it is a bit like maybe it isn't an obvious Tiffany win. I think the thing is though is that I do see Tiffany having a lot more respect right now. But again, like if we get to the end of the game where Hannah wins some comps, she is the one to take Tiffany to the end. I do feel like in that position, I do feel like Hannah could probably win it.
Estimate 35. 190.
Which again, I personally would be underwhelmed if that end up happening.
Not the Moshai.
But I guess it wouldn't be the worst ending in the world. Again, it's definitely better than like Derek F or Azza winning.
If you find a
And to be fair, like I think not Derek F. I think Azza is actually playing better now than what she ever has been in the season. But again, she's still going to struggle to win, or even get to the final two to even begin with. Where's the console? Yeah, like him, Kylan, being pretty controlling.
Okay, Cat Terminal. Let's see what you've got hiding in here.
Is Kylan playing it up for camera?
Portrays an unlocked by genetic information.
Playing what up for the camera? Like, I think Kylan is,
Working at top velocity with
Kylan's an interesting guy. Because I feel like Kylan is... I do think Kylan's kind of lost his mind in there. I do think, the Kylan on day one is not the same Kylan that we see in the house at this point.
Right then, let's go.
Pathfinder, come in.
Go ahead.
Our reinforcements are arriving. We're doubling back to rendezvous.
We have a lead on the Moshai.
We think he's alive.
Oh yeah, Tiffany ends up voting out Azza. Yeah, that would also not be great for her. Again, like, I do think the Jokers in general lean Hannah over Tiffany to begin with. To be honest, I think Derek X is going to be a pretty big swing there. Where I do think Derek X could be a pretty influential jury member there. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's actually, like, the more I'm thinking about it, like,
Sam, can you do anything about
yeah, if we're, like, looking at the individual votes, it's like Hannah probably does win. But again, I just don't know if they respect her though. But again, so that can change. Why wouldn't I like a Derek F win? Because he's a terrible player. And like the only reason he's actually done decent on this season is because he is a member of the Cookout. Or if it wasn't for that, I do think he would have been taken out as a massive wild card earlier on in the season. And even in this position, he has no chance of winning the game. Where he's never winning a jury vote. And, yeah, I mean, like, again, like, I think Derek F would be the worst winner for a season. Especially for this season with the Cookout, where, again, the entire point was to get the first black winner and stuff. And it's like, for the first black winner to be Derek F, like, it's like, kind of underwhelming. Oh, yeah, that was the twist. That was the twist. I remember now. Well, I mean, obviously, we just saw it. But I did remember there was something weird about the cat. I just didn't exactly remember what it was.
Joel, he's shooting at us. It's not his fault, Joel.
Shit.
The cat made him into this.
Monsters! Villains! Time to die!
Joel, stay focused.
I think Brain's a much better player than Derek F.
What we just saw might be happening to the Moshai right now. Come on, guys, let's clear this place.
Again, he's like, even like with Brayden, it's like, I always think, like, I still think Brayden has potential. It's just that he is so passive that he never lived up to it really in BB Can 9. But I still think in the grand scheme of things, like, he is still, like,
Okay, everyone good?
like, at least for, like, he's at least middle of the road.
What was all that?
I mean, he's definitely probably higher.
Is not okay.
But yeah, like, he is a, like, solid enough player in BB Can, in the grand scheme of things. Well, I just think Derek F is, again, like, I think he's genuinely a bad player. And I think, like, part of that, again, like, would I have Brayden in my, BB Can player ranking? Like, he was, like, number 5 or 6, right? Like, he was still, like, top half. Where, like, when I get around to doing my, BB23 player ranking, I would be very surprised if Derek F is in the top half.
The Moshai. There are more rooms. I'll keep scanning for her.
We'd better find her fast.
I mean, yeah, Brain won't live up to that potential, but, like, neither will Derek F. Was he 5? Okay. By the way, should I have had Tina that high? I think I was way too high on Tina. Oh, I forgot I had Tara at 4. Yeah, I had Tina at 3. But I think in retrospect, maybe Tina shouldn't have been so high.
Jal, the blame belongs with the Ket.
There's no
It is funny that I think like a year from now, not gonna
Maybe
remember
fuel
who
for the
Tina is,
resistance.
despite her being like obviously this like player that like all the super fans were watching, that were this player that was like a pretty integral, not necessarily swing vote, but like was someone that was placed in the position, like middle position in the house for a good chunk of the game, and could have potentially been a major decision maker had certain comps played out differently. But then, like, she just gets taken out Final 7, and, like, I just think she's going to be forgotten about at this point. Brain from BB11, you already asked, I'm pretty sure we already talked about this, about Brain from BB11. Again, bad player, and also seems like a terrible human being. Okay. It's already 1:30? Goddamn. How far into stream are we? Okay, we're an hour and a half. Alright. Again, like, I probably won't go ridiculously long here. We'll probably go to around 3 o'clock or so.
I was able to access the facility plans at the last terminal. A best guess would be the shuttle launch area above.
Alright. Oh, this is the boss battle, right? I was thinking we were at before.
There she is! I see her!
Yeah.
We're getting ready to leave! Protect the chosen one!
We're coming for you!
You will not take her!
No, you will not take her!
Why is Brain a bad human being? Because he made a lot of racist comments.
My own exaltation shields and protects me! You flawed ignorant! My power comes from the gift of the Archon. I will not yield!
Wait, what other guns do I actually... Oh, wait, what the fuck is this? Oh, why do I not remember this being a thing? I might as well try to use it on this guy. Or not. Cool. Okay, well that did not work at all. I'm probably about to die now. Well, that's lovely. Yeah, oh, fuck off! It's all the way back here. I guess it was actually just right before the boss battle. Never mind. I forgot there was no actual cutscene.
We're coming for you!
Wow, that didn't hit him at all.
No, you will not take her!
Okay. But yeah, tomorrow we do have new episodes for Rise of Africa, which I don't even know what I'm actually even expecting to happen on it at this point. Again, like, I feel pretty confident Chappie's winning, but, like, I don't really know how we're gonna get there. Like, I don't know, like, I mean, I guess, like, probably the most likely outcome tomorrow is probably, like, Kieran getting voted out. Like, I feel like probably, like, Kieran at 5, Tyson at 4. And then Chappie's wins against Nicole. Oh, that's fucking Joel. And then wins against, oh, was that Joel? Whatever. Wins against, Nicole and Ella, I guess? And again, like, I do feel like Tyson's kind of being set up as, like, the final obstacle for Chappie's at this point. So, yeah, I guess, like, Kieran would be the next boot. But, like, we do know that there's no idols in play anymore. So that would require, fuck, I missed. But that would require Anella to flip against Kieran, which I don't know how likely it is. I mean, like, obviously he already did it in the past, but it's like, now that he flipped back, like, is he really gonna flip again? Which, I mean, I guess could happen. Considering it is Anella, but, should be interesting. What I think of Adam? I'm assuming you're talking about Adam Pock.
We fight to the death. Protect this sacred place.
Again, not a great player. I don't think he's as bad of a player as most people say he is, but still not a good player though. In the grand scheme of things. I'm pretty sure in like one of my first streams, I was like asked of like where does he rank on a BB13 player ranking, and it's like I don't know, like that's like such a clusterfuck for ranking. God damn it! Am I out of ammo? Oh, well I didn't even do that. In theory, Chappie's is a good spot between two pairs. I feel like that's more so Anella at this point. Because, like, I mean, like, I feel like we did see in the preview that, like, Chappie's and Nicole come together. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. And, obviously Kieran and Tyson are together, so I kind of feel like Anella is the one that's in the middle. Where, I mean, I guess actually the way it happens, now I think about it, it's actually not that... Yeah, so now I think about it, I think what probably happens tomorrow is Chappie's wins immunity. And at that point, it's essentially Anella choosing between Kieran and Nicole, which he already made that choice earlier, and has made it clear that he's not going to vote Nicole, which at that point, like, he would vote out Kieran. So I guess actually it's not that far-fetched to believe... Okay, I'm about to die. To believe that's what happens. Fuck. Okay. Well, that's cool. Why was Santoni booted? She... Well, I mean, it's a... I'm not even gonna bother explaining because it's so fucking long. Just watch my Survivor South Africa review when it comes out. Again, it's such a Oh, fuck off! We have to go all the way to the beginning of the fight? Yeah, you know what? Who fucking cares at this point? Oh wait, not this one. Was it? Where does... Oh, it's under game, isn't it? Fuck that. Settings. We might as well just turn it down because it's not like I'm even paying attention to the game at this point. Yeah, it was a long series of events.
Hang
tight, Mosai Sefa. We're coming for you.
Alright, let's pause this. So I thought about... I don't think future players will totally target. Yeah, I mean, that's, the, trying to equalize and make sure, like, no minority alliance comes together. I could definitely see that. And to be fair, again, like, this is something I've talked about in previous streams, where, like, I would be doing that anyway. Not necessarily the minority thing, but, like, I talked about this before that. Like, a strategy that Tony utilized that I do think is, impressive if you're able to execute it without people knowing that you're doing it, is voting out people in a way that allows you to be in the majority, no matter what no matter what sort of natural alliance comes together. So, so it's like keeping an equal number of men and women around, so that all guys alliance or all women's alliance doesn't come together, or keeping, again, I guess keeping all the minorities together, or like whatnot. I guess that would be another one. But I mean, that's something that Ryan Heidick talked about as well. But I do think that is a legitimate strat, even though it's the one that most of the time doesn't end up actually mattering. But I do think it's something that I would definitely think about if I was playing Survivor Big Brother. Which is, again, that sort of strat is a lot of the reason why he votes out Morgan at the final... Tony, I'm talking about, votes out Morgan at the final 10. Where he votes out Morgan to guarantee that the beauties don't come together. Because at that point, the beauties were... Was it 5 or 4 of the remaining 10, I think? I think they had the most out of any of the original tribes, which is kind of humorous considering they all go out back to back to back to back. If it's Adam versus Rachel, who do I vote for? I would have probably voted for... maybe Rachel? I don't know, like, it's... I think that, again, like, BB13 is just such a clusterfuck in general that, with, like, that final 3 of Rachel, Portia, Adam, I think they all played bad games. So it's like... at that point, it doesn't really matter that much. So it's like, I would want to vote for Rachel.
I gotcha.
Like, I think Rachel winning that season is a lot more satisfying of a conclusion. But if we're looking at strictly from a game standpoint, it's like, I guess technically Adam would have an argument, but it's like, I don't really care. Really? Like, it doesn't, like, it's not that big of a thing. Like, if I was there in real life, I think I would have voted for Rachel. But if we're, like, doing it in the argument of the sake of, like, of a YouTube video, like if I was doing a who would I vote for sort of thing, like I probably would try to make an argument to vote for Adam, but realistically I'll probably vote for Rachel.
It is meant for the Archon himself.
Yeah, Chappies is gonna... I think Chappies is gonna win out, which again probably makes the Kieran boot a lot more likely. Because, you know, Kieran, with Chappie's immune, and Nella having to choose between Kieran and Nicole, I do think he sides with Nicole.
Turn them into monsters that fight their own people.
These chosen join with us to
And then if he wins Final Four immunity, yeah, I mean, at that point, it's like, is he going to vote Nicole or Tyson? I think that's going to be a more interesting one.
I stand on the shoulders of his greatness, as they do.
Was it her fault for getting voted out? I mean, it's almost always the person's fault for getting voted out.
We didn't cross dark space.
Almost. But I think it's so much rare for someone to be voted out at something that wasn't their fault.
Sam, is there an off
to a
switch
degree.
to this horror palace?
I've accessed the EM field. I can overload it.
But yeah, last round was ridiculous. It's funny because like it ends up playing out in the way it was going to at the beginning of the episode, but like so much crazy stuff happened in the middle that there was like a potential like massive votes. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like the eyes were just like bugging the fuck out there.
Must be destroyed.
We can come back to destroy it. Let's free these here now.
If your plan fails, the Ket will simply fill this place again.
Yeah, there was like potentially going to be a massive blindside, but then Anella ruins his own blindside that he created, and they just end up settling with taking out Santoni anyway. Do I care? Like, I don't actually care. You know, fuck it, whatever.
Alright. Release the Angara below.
Enact emergency shutdown. Release all the chosen.
Jal, have the Resistance free as many as they can before the Ket arrive.
I will. And thank you.
I thank you too. I see you begin to understand.
Not likely.
Yeah, fuck you, I guess.
She deserved much worse.
Sure.
We have them outside. Heading to the roof.
I love how, like, again, like, I'm playing this and, like, literally not giving a shit about anything that's going on right now in the game, but, whatever. Oh, they released the Sean's video?
Here come the Ket. Not gonna let us go without a fight.
I don't know how this is going to end.
I will help. Come, stand near me.
No,
Okay, well, that was terrible.
save your strength.
That's my decision to make.
Yeah, I really don't like how they roll out these the preseason stuff. Like, obviously, again, like, I get that they want it to be like, oh, you come back for, like, you come back like every day and you get a new one. But it's like what, just release them all at once. Like, why the fuck do I have to wait like 20 days to get all the fucking videos? Like, just release them now. But whatever.
Get our people out. As many as you can, before reinforcements arrive.
I will, but I think we should destroy this place while we're here.
How do I rate Brent as a person? I don't really rate him. I mean, again, like he's I think he's a delusional person. Yeah, assuming you mean 23.
Sorry, I can't land.
But I don't think anything he did was like actually out of what the fuck is going on. Fuck me. I don't think anything he did was like actually out of malice. I think it's more so just him being a narcissistic douchebag.
There's more going on here. Not sure I want to bust into that factory.
And how I rate Christy as a person, I think she's very
Come get us. We're ready for extraction.
very I don't even know what the attention seeking, I guess. I don't know how you really word that. Well, yeah, thank God she wasn't on the season. Even though, again, Claire is not living up to her potential, I still, like, so happy we got Claire over fucking Christy. It's on the CBS Miami YouTube channel? I mean, that's still bizarre. Like, even if he's from there, it's like, why the fuck is it on the CBS Miami YouTube channel? Like, is it an actual Survivor thing, or is it just like an interview with him, like, beyond, like, is it like actually like one of these things that they like post on YouTube or post on Twitter and stuff, or is it like more of a like a random interview with him? Because that's just like bizarre that they post it on CBS Miami. Real video. Yeah, that's just weird then. Like, I feel like what, like, I mean, like, I'm assuming they're gonna release it elsewhere later, but it's really weird that first comes on the CBS Miami. It's like, okay, who the fuck is shooting me? Oh, well, that sucked. I love how I'm about to die on narrative mode. That's even more pathetic. Who's shooting me still? There we go. Yeah, the 1 minute meet the player. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, so that's interesting. I would like to watch all those. And obviously, they're only a minute, so it's not that much of a commitment anyway. But yeah, I like the two that were out already. I don't remember. Like, did they do these for? Like, I know they did them for Winners at War, but like, did they do these for IOI? Because I feel like Edge of Extinction they didn't do these. But like, did they do them for IOI? I don't remember at this point. It is weird that we don't have like official, like long, like real interviews. Well, I mean, I guess we do through RJP, but like outside of that, it's like it does feel like everything else is like kind of more in written form. Yeah, I guess not. Like, that all the other players didn't get their own videos in their hometown. Like, I mean, like, maybe they will eventually. Like, yeah, maybe it's like, they're only giving it to the ones that, like, as they plan on releasing them outside of, that. Like, maybe it's like they planned on releasing the Sean's tomorrow anyway, so they're like, okay, let's give, CBS Miami this clip. But, yeah, I mean, like, it is kind of weird, though. Why is Christy bald? She has alopecia, right? Oh my god, this section's going on for way too long. Am I supposed to be doing something here? Oh. Fuck me. Whatever. So I literally could have finished this mission like so long ago.
Resistance squad, come in!
Here, we're making good time.
Get your team out before the Ket arrive.
Yeah, I don't even know where most of this cast is from, to be honest. I haven't really paid. Like, obviously, I know the two Canadians and that. But even then, like, isn't Chantel not even living in Canada anymore? But then, like, I know, oh my god, I forgot his name. Brad? Was that his name? Starts with a B, I remember. Brad, right? Oh, he's, yeah, Brad. He's from Wyoming, but, like, outside that, I don't actually remember where most of these people are from. Sarah's from Boston. David from Chicago. Yeah, Chantel's in Washington. Wow, I didn't realize that. Chantel and Liana are both in Washington, D.C. That's interesting.
My broken heart can't even process it.
Are they on the same tribe? I don't think so, right? Yeah, that is interesting. JD's from Oklahoma.
Sure,
that's random. Tiffany's from Plainview. I do remember that. Sydney is like from Brooklyn, I guess. But like, isn't she like she was born and raised in like L.A., right? But then like now she's in Brooklyn. But then I believe she also like lives in Madrid part time. It's like that's kind of just weird.
So now you value what I have to say.
Was it Evie's from Massachusetts? So like right outside Boston. So who else was from Boston? Sarah. I could see those two getting along. Xander is from Chicago, so same city as David. I didn't realize how much like interconnectivity there is here, actually. Ricard is from Washington. A really random area in Washington, too. Where the fuck is this? Near Mount Vernon. Okay. Oh, Jeannie's from Portland, so it's like not too far away. Then Ontario. Heather's from South Carolina. Yeah, there's not anyone. Is she the only person from the South? Oh, no, Deshaun's from Florida, duh. But Eric's from Texas. Yeah, I mean, this is a very. Oh, and so is Danny. Danny's also from Texas. But I feel like most of this cast is from.
Good with that.
From the north.
You'll understand then.
Yeah, pretty much like all the cast outside. Like four. There's four people.
The facility
from the south and like everyone else from the north.
They call it exaltation. They believe that those they exalt are given a great gift.
Gift? They snatch us, defile and shatter us.
Yeah, so many people from big cities.
I can't.
It's a complex genetic.
Yeah, when are we gonna get a Newfie on Survivor? I feel like that's gonna be interesting when we get that. When he's obviously like on Big Brother Canada. It's like these It does seem like anyone from Newfoundland becomes like a fan favorite, or like Tina again. Like despite how boring she ends up being on the show, like she was voted right away as the like along with Kiefer to be the captain.
And beat me when I wouldn't speak.
Oh no.
So I think it'll be interesting when we get one on Survivor.
He's obsessed.
Do I support the Michael and Angie Foundation? I have no clue what the fuck that is. Everyone's saying Brad looks like Wanda. I compared him to Terry Dietz in my retrospective, or in my cast assessment. Like kind of like in terms of like how I see him playing the game. Probably a bit more strategic, but I get Terry Dietz vibes from him.
I need to know what he's up to.
You have a lot to learn, and yet you don't listen. I don't trust you.
Until we scared Newfie accents. I do wonder, like, I mean, like, I doubt it's gonna end up mattering, right? Like,
Thank you.
Yes.
The like Canadians on
I'm happy to answer any other questions for you, Pathfinder.
I mean, in this situation, it's like we only have 2 Canadians, so it's like I doubt it's gonna play that much of a factor on anything. But I do wonder if we get like a cast eventually down the road where like there's like 6 Canadians. Like, are all the Canadians gonna get together? where am I going? Oh yeah, I wanted to go to the doctor thing, right? Because because I do want to do the major side quests in Ideal World.
Just need to rest up a bit while I recover my strength.
Sure. Whatever. They're two first cousins who love each other and had a kid together. Okay, I mean that's something. That's bizarre, but they have a foundation? Like, what do they have a foundation for? Wait, let's look this up. Okay. Yeah, this is just weird. Yeah, that's just, yeah, that's weird. I mean, you do you, I guess, but yeah, it's still fucking weird. Yeah, I feel like most Canadians that will end up being on Survivor are probably gonna end up being from pretty urban areas. Like I do feel like unless they get like, because like if we're talking about like recruits and stuff, it's like I doubt they're recruiting from like rural areas in Canada.
What's up? You guys aren't fighting, are you?
Why would I fight with my best friend?
Best friend? Oh, Callow. Callow's very excited about a report I received from EOS. It's good news. The radiation levels are steadily dropping.
Your outpost Prodromos is really going to make it. When do you want to head down?
I mean, like, obviously it's weird. Like, again, like, who am I? Like, I don't know. It's fucking weird.
We need to balance our priorities. Why?
Just saying, if I created a thriving community...
I mean, if they want to be together, I guess, like, whatever, I guess. But it's still, like, fucking weird.
Just playing with me.
So, radiation levels are down. More to explore?
Yes, but there's been a rise in cat activity as well.
Figures that we're not the only ones to benefit from the
Where
planet's
are we at on
improvement.
stream? I don't know, near 2 hours.
Almost like a vacation.
Almost. Maybe
Again,
we'll
I
be
think
back
we'll go
in
for another hour or so. Again,
you're
probably
the
around
boss.
3
You just
o'clock
say
is
the
probably
word.
well. Oh, and I kind of want to, like, just in general, not really go much beyond 3 o'clock, because whenever I do, I end up being, like, completely fucked the next day. Because, like, I obviously don't end up going to sleep immediately at 3 o'clock either, so... Okay, so we're returning to Aya? It feels so weird the planet's named Aya. Like, that just feels like too... like... not alien-y? I don't know. Like, Aya doesn't feel like an alien planet name. Do I want to take your place at work tomorrow? No. I really don't.
Anomaly on sensors.
I mean, you could just, like, quit. Or you can, like, call in sick. Tribe name Uwa. Yeah, how is that pronounced? Is it just gonna be Uwa? Like, that's just gonna be weird too. What are the other two? Like, the other two tribe names are normal, right? Like, it's just that one that's really weird. Do we know 42 tribe names? Actually, do we even know 42 tribe divisions? I don't even remember anymore. Obviously, I'm already looking this up. So. Oh, we do have 42 tribe divisions. Why don't I mean, the reason I don't remember is because, like, to be honest, I haven't been paying attention, but still. Luvu, Yase, and Uwa. So, yeah, Uwa's not great. Have we ever had a 2-letter tribe name before? feel like that's got to be new, right? Is it Ika on 40? All right, let's look at 42. Vati, Taku, and Ika. Yeah. I feel like I haven't seen these tribe divisions. I feel like this is literally the first time I'm seeing this. Which, by the way, like, I barely remember the cast to begin with. Yeah, like, who the fuck is Daniel Strunk? I feel like I've never seen this person my entire life. It's like at least some of these other people, like I like have a semblance of me remembering them. Like I don't like who is this? Lindsay Dolswitch, whatever. Never even. I don't remember her.
Stars and skies light our way.
Oh, yeah, Rockstroy. This still doesn't have an image here. Like to me, the 42 cast just looks so bizarre. Like 41, like to me, it always felt like okay, I could see these people being on Survivor. 42, it just feels like a random grouping of people. Like it really just feels like they just took like a whole bunch of random images and brought them together.
More than just the Moshai, and the Pathfinder killed a Ket leader. We have a lot to celebrate.
I promise to lead the Pathfinder.
Yeah, like what are they going to do with that tribe name? Like, are they just going to get rid of tribe names eventually? I feel like they should, right? It's like, why do we need tribe names anymore? Like, if we're getting rid of season names, like, why even name tribes at this point? Just do green tribe, just do like blue tribe, yellow tribe. I mean, they were pretty much already doing that at one point, so it's like, again, who really cares anymore? I mean, it will be disappointing when we get like something super notable to the tribe, though. Like if, like obviously, like we wouldn't have the like Oolonging, Pagonging, Matsing, sort of things like without the tribe names. But again, like I think at this point, most of the time, we don't really need them.
Ask your resistance leader how he feels.
If I don't like where the discussion goes, I'll end it.
Agreed. We'll provide an embassy for the initiative here on Aya.
We'll make room for you on the Nexus.
Our city is open to you. Join us.
Yeah, the purple. Well yeah, don't you remember what that purple tribe did?
I need to stay with the Pathfinder.
Actually, yeah, that'll be so dumb. Actually,
I'll work with it.
But still, it's like
it's the right thing to do.
Most of the time, tribe names don't matter.
Request granted. I need to find
like, what was the last like tribe name that actually mattered? Like that actually led to some like sort of phrase or something. Is it Matt Singh? What am I doing right now? Take shuttle to Aya Vault. Have we not been to the Aya Vault? Why do I feel like we've already went to the Aya Vault? Whatever. And really, at this point, just like go to like a random name generator or something, and just create names for tribes again. Like to me, it doesn't matter. Like I really don't care personally, what the name of the tribes are at this point.
I haven't brought anyone here in
like I think when they were like doing a whole bunch of different locations and everything, it's definitely cooler to have like these tribe names that represented the areas that they were going to. But now that we're stuck at Fiji, it's like who cares? Just name it anything. But yeah, I mean, Uwa, it does seem kind of ridiculous, though.
Yes, this is new. Is it similar to the vault on Eos? Tell me, what are you seeing?
And it's just like aren't we like getting to the point now where there's also tribes that like are named, that like their name is like part of another previous tribe name?
I think what we need to figure out is what's different. Tell me, what do you see?
The vaults. They're a network, as you discovered. However,
they're not connected to each other.
Yeah, I barely remember this game's story at this point.
This image was on a relic the Archon showed me. He called it Meridian.
Yeah, I remember Meridian.
And it looks like Aya's vault is the only one that's fully connected.
Which, by the way, Meridian is
terraforming. doing what it was meant.
It's kind of funny that I look at Ika and Ikabula. That's why I was remembering. Oh, I forgot about Bula Bula actually. But
Our interfacing with it has affected its connection.
yeah, the one of my most searched. Like if you go to my YouTube analytics, and you go to I mean, obviously you can't go to my analytics, but I'm saying like when I go to my analytics, and then I go to, let's see, where is it? I don't even remember what's actually called. Is it under audience? Is it not this one? Maybe it's reach. Yeah, under reach. YouTube search. In terms of what people search to find my channel, the Meridian Meridian review is one of those. Yeah. In the last month, 135 people have searched for my channel using the Meridian review, so that's something.
This discovery might just change everything.
Which, to be fair, I mean, at least Meridian's an actual word. Well, Meridian is not even a fucking word, so I mean, whatever.
Ryder, the Archon knows where it is. He's already been there.
What? Where? Meridian?
Of course. That's why he tortured me.
Which, by the way, #1 most searched term for my channel in the last month was Survivor 41.
We have to take it from him.
So that's something.
Such power in the hands of such evil could mean the end of your people.
Actually, I guess I haven't talked about like how last month went. I guess I typically do that every month. Which again, last month was solid. A nice rebound month after July, which was terrible. Though again, I kind of sabotaged July purposely by the end of it.
I won't let the Archon stand in the way of our survival.
But again, pretty solid August. I believe, like view-wise, it was like kind of just okay. Particularly because like the back half of the month was not the greatest in the world. But for the first half of the month, like it was on pace to be the best month ever. But again, didn't. Let's look at watch time. I think watch time, it's pretty good actually. Okay, I don't know why it's fucking glitching out on me, but watch time, I believe it's on par with most of the other good months of the year. Yeah, it's actually better than June. It's obviously better than July because again, July was shit. Better than June. Slightly worse than May, better than April, better than February. Again, worse than March and January, but again, fourth, that's solid. Subscriber-wise, this was my third best month of the year, which is again, subscriber growth in general has slowed down, but it has been a very solid month for subscribers. By the way, today was a clusterfuck for the channel. I didn't mention that my Amazing Race Season 1 retrospective came out today. And over the course of this day, I lost 5 subscribers. Like, I started the day at 8,808 subscribers. I at one point went all the way down to 8,802, and by the end of the day now, I'm back up to 8,808. So that was a clusterfuck of a day. How'd the video do today? Fine. I'm not great in the grand scheme of things, but it's fine enough. It's like around what I was expecting. It's currently at 600 views after 14 hours. I think I did see. I wanted to compare it to how the Season 1 video did, the original one I released years back, and it is doing better than. Actually, it's doing better than any of the other Amazing Race retrospectives I've done. But then again, like obviously, I haven't done one since my subscriber count was about half of what it currently is. So it's like the fact that it's like barely doing better than those, not really the greatest thing in the world. But I'm like content with how it's doing. Like it's on pace to probably do somewhere a little bit over 1,000 views before stabling out. So, again, I'm content with how it's doing. But ideal world, it would do better, but it's fine. It will be interesting to see how the 41 video does, though. I think that's going to be really is going to be make or break on how well this month does. Because again, this month in general is pretty poorly scheduled. Can I fast travel there? Largely due to how... Okay, I guess I can't. Okay. Largely because of like, all the shows that are ending and everything. So... really only have 2 big videos for a month that are both coming out relatively early, so we'll see how they do. More than likely this month will still be pretty bad though, even if they both do perform pretty well. But yeah, overall, like, this last month was a bit of a recovery month, a bit of a rebound month after a really bad July. But again, not expecting this month to do well. But I believe, like from what I remember, I believe the last 3 months of the year, I do feel pretty confident about scheduling wise. Like they should be pretty good months, unless like something comes out of left field and fucks everything up. I feel like they should be good. Again, I feel like I scheduled them well enough, and I don't think there's anything that's gonna. I mean, maybe December might be a bit weird, but again, like that's usually what happens when shows end and stuff. Abula Ika tribe.
You had no right to keep it secret from me.
It's an ongoing investigation. I meant no disrespect.
How much do I make an hour? I'm not gonna say.
I could have kept Sam to myself, you know.
This is different. Not your business.
It is now. We need to find the Ket command ship. Tell her the truth about my capture.
Moshai, please.
It may be our only route to the Archon.
One of my men helped the Ket take her. A resistance commander named...
And to be honest, mainly because, like, I actually don't even remember, if I'm being honest. The exact number.
Tech, but why would Ven betray her?
I don't know.
Yeah, if you're talking about YouTube, I actually, like, genuinely can't say. Because I technically signed a, thing.
My contacts are hunting him.
It's technically part of the agreement to become a partner on YouTube is to not reveal monetization things, which I technically have already, but who cares? Again, I'm not going to outwardly actually say direct things because, again, might risk it.
If the Archon left Ven alive, it's unlikely he knows anything that can help us.
The Ket aren't infallible. If you want the relic that leads to Meridian, Ven's your best hope.
Still hit my job, yeah. I mean, I was. Yeah, like I said this about, like if there was some way for me to make a living off of YouTube, I would do it. Like I literally don't give a shit about my job. I would be completely fine with it. The problem is that there is no real way at this point. But again, if somehow that opportunity came up down the road, I would probably take it. But at the same time, like I would feel weird with like changing up how changing up what I currently do. Like the thing that I wouldn't do is that I wouldn't do like episode recaps, like a video every episode talking about every little thing. It's like and like really like milking like. I don't know, milking whatever, like all the Survivor and Big Brother and all this stuff. It's like, which to be fair, like other channels do, and good for them, but not really what I want to do. I don't really. Again, like I'm okay with doing like the season reviews and stuff like that, but in terms of doing like a video every day talking about what this happened on the live feeds and that sort of stuff, it's like that's just again, I don't care enough to do that. Like I believe there is a. What was that channel called? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there is a channel that I believe is doing that. Oh, he passed me in subscribers. That's something. Yeah, TV Talks with Tom. It's like this guy that's doing like that's doing like daily recaps of live feed stuff. It's like again, I don't care enough to do it. Like, I really don't. And also just not the content I started the channel doing to begin with. Did you hear Jeff? Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, they were considering Georgia and Hawaii. Which again, Hawaii obviously like, makes sense. Georgia is bizarre, but I believe that is a thing we even heard last year. Like we had actually like I believe Redmond had talked about how they were like considering Georgia because obviously Georgia is like a very cheap state to film in, and that's why like a lot of shows currently film in Georgia at this point. Because there's a lot of write-offs and stuff like that. Now, where the fuck would they film in Georgia? I have no fucking clue. I mean, it feels bizarre, but yeah, I'm not that surprised that if they were going to film in the U.S. that they would pick Georgia. But again, where are they filming? Like, where were they considering? Because like supposedly they talked about like how they like picked out a location and everything. So it's like, where were they gonna do it? Like they talked about how they had like locations picked, but then like COVID got worse and they weren't allowed to do it anymore, and like all this stuff. It's like that would just be weird. Where am I going? Okay, you know what? Let's look at the map. Okay. Wait. I just realized. Wait, I can just fast travel there? Well, then why didn't I just do that to begin with? Whatever. Yeah, the tribe names in Georgia. Like, what would they do? Because, like, in Pearl Islands, like, obviously we had, like, Drake and Morgan. Like, would we have, like, would we have, like, like, would we, I don't know. Like, what, like, generals or something came from Georgia? Like, is that it? Like, I don't even know what the fuck they would do. And wouldn't most of them be, like, Confederate soldiers, I feel like, which is, probably not the greatest thing to do. So it's like, yeah, like, what the fuck are they naming things from Georgia?
It is difficult to enforce laws on a group that operates outside of
them. I think at that point, that's when you might as well just go, oh yeah, Green Tribe, come in. What am I doing here? Again, like, what am I actually doing?
What'll happen when Aya's people learn someone in the Resistance betrayed their Moshai?
This treason is unprecedented.
It is funny that this is patched. The game is still this glitchy after the patches. Like, it really makes you wonder, like, how bad was the original?
Neither will they.
Yeah, Robert. I mean, that is what I thought of right away. Is that I did think of like Robert and Lee, but I was like, yeah, like they're not doing that, obviously.
You tell us.
I didn't notice anything. Doesn't mean it wasn't staring me in the face.
I studied so many relics over the decades. Nothing hinted at the existence of such a place.
Yeah, like who's from Georgia that you would even like name? Yeah, like I don't even know what you would even do. Like, would they just like name a tribe like Atlanta or something? Like, would they just name it after like cities or something? Like, I have no clue what they would even bother doing there.
He spoke to me like I was a child. No, worse, a pet. But it was clear he has plans for Meridian.
I wonder, like, would they even blatantly say that they're in Georgia? I'm sure they would have to, right? I'm pretty sure that would probably be part of I would be surprised that's not part of the contract that they have to mention that, oh, we're in Georgia. The kind of like
anything to help me understand how your
to
thinks would be useful.
Promote Georgia there, but yeah, I mean, I guess they could do Cherokee. I guess that does make sense, like to do like sort of like Native American names.
Turn him.
Yeah, that would actually make a lot more sense than do Confederate soldiers.
Kadara's full of bad people, but would they shelter a Ket sympathizer? Can't we just ask for help?
I did, and got it.
Yeah, I'm sure that is what they would do. I mean, that's what College Survivor does a lot too. Just name tribes after like Native American tribes and stuff, or Native American words at least.
I'll keep in touch.
Stars and skies above you, Pathfinder. Watch your back.
Cringed over Julie calling DX Baby D. Yeah. I didn't really like cringe, but I was like, okay, man, this is like, he's clearly not into it. Like I find it like, again, like listening to RHAP and stuff afterwards, like I just find it like really humorous. But yeah, like it's also weird because like, was he ever called Baby D to his face? Like I feel like he was like called Baby D like other people talked about him as Baby D, but like not when he was actually there. So it's like, how aware was he that he was actually even being called Baby D to begin with? Like I feel like that's the bizarre part of it as well. But it's like something that he clearly didn't like, but it's also something that I like don't even know if he knew existed in that extreme of a manner to where Julie would even be calling him Baby D. Actually, I didn't even think about that the innuendo, especially with Big D. Where am I going? Wait, I can just fast travel again, can't I? Yeah, I don't know why I just didn't do that. Yeah, I didn't like it that they just like called them by the again, just like calling them Big D and Baby D, just like, man. Don't love that they're calling them by their size, but then again, like Big D himself told them to call him Big D, so it's like I guess it's fine. But again, the Baby D one again feels kind of awkward. Hey, Ja. Yeah, we're how far into this are we? Oh wow, we're over 2 hours already. Yeah, I was planning on probably ending this in probably around half an hour or so, just because I got a late start here and don't really want to be staying up like ridiculously late tonight. Yeah, kind of just a standard stream, just a lot of talk about Survivor and stuff. And some, like, really random topics. I forgot, yeah, we talked a lot about tribe names, too, didn't we?
That is a surprise. What are their expectations?
Don't really
They
care about the
survived
game.
the Scourge and the Cat and rebuilt their civilization. Don't forget it.
Appeal to their pride. Sensible. I will gather envoys and send them to Aya. Thank you, Pathfinder. We'll take it from there.
I love how, like, my Yakuza 5 and 6 video literally just passed 100 views. That's so bad, but whatever. What are we doing? Go to Kadara Port. Oh, we're going to Kadara Port. Okay. Do you remember that area?
Room, as usual.
Okay. That's really creepy that she just, like, randomly says that.
Joel.
Thank you for checking.
No, I've never watched... I don't even know how you pronounce his name, but I never watched any of his content, though I do know about him. Like, I've seen, like, his videos around, but, like, I've never actually watched any of his videos. Like, to be honest, I don't even know what type of content he makes. Yeah, to be honest, I'm looking at it now. It's like not a lot of stuff that I would probably actually watch. To be honest, I'm not big into YouTube, personally. Like, despite me making a whole bunch of YouTube video stuff. Like, I'm not actually that big into YouTube.
We have to be strong.
I do know of Peanut Butter Gamer, but I know of Peanut Butter Gamer from, like, before he became successful. Or, like, as successful. Like, because I believe, like, he's actually, like, really big now, right? But I remember him from, like, 10 years ago when he was, like, kind of interacting. Yeah, he's at over 2 million subscribers. Yeah, like, I remember him from when he was still, like, interacting with a lot of the video game collecting community on YouTube, which I used to be part of back in the day. But again, like now I'm pretty sure he's like way, way above all that stuff. Like I haven't watched. I don't think I've ever watched a single one of his videos. Like I've listened to. Was he on All Gen Gamers? There's a podcast called All Gen Gamers I loved as a kid, as it had like all my favorite people from the video game community or from the game collecting community on it, and I think he was on that podcast, which I think that's probably the main reason I do remember who he is. But yeah, never personally watched any of his videos. Oh, is he a big Survivor fan? I didn't know that, actually.
My family is complicated. Isn't much to say about it.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, I picked the wrong one.
This random collection of
okay,
oddballs
whatever.
can feel like family sometimes.
Yeah. I never really
Wrote and directed a movie. I mean, like, I feel like a lot of those, like, big YouTubers, like, end up having a movie. Like, well, Angry Video Game Nerd had a movie, I know.
My place in resistance is not what I'd like.
But that kid on Aya looked up to you.
Sure. But you are going
Yeah, like, I don't watch a lot of, like... Actually, I don't think I watch any, like, big YouTubers. Like, in terms of, like, I think, like, the biggest YouTuber I watch probably has, like, 100,000 subscribers or so, or, like, around there. I mean, actually, I mean, like, to be fair, like, I watched, like, some of Totally Not Mark here and there, and he's, like, has, like, I think, like, 500,000. Yeah, 574,000, so, again, that's quite a bit, but I don't think I'm subscribed to a single person that has more than that. I mean, actually, no, Completionist has a lot, right? Okay, Completionist has 1.48 million, so... I've watched a good chunk of his stuff, but, he's kind of another one that's, like, kind of a holdover from, my, game collecting days. Yeah, I used to be big into Chris Stuckman when I was into film, which, again, now he's nearing 2 million subscribers, which is ridiculous. But I haven't watched recently, like, his stuff recently. I believe he's making movies now, which is really insane. What am I doing here? Should we... wait, can I talk to him again? Because I feel like I fucked that up.
There's always more to say and to learn, isn't there?
Yeah, like, in terms of who I'm, like... Again, like, I'm just not subscribed to that many. Something Salt, how many subs does Something Salt has? He has, like, 1 million, right? 1.1 million. So, okay, I guess he's another one. I used to be subbed to a lot of accounts. I actually unsubbed from a lot of things. And, like, I don't watch YouTube videos on my main Moranian Review account. I actually still use my old game collecting channel as, like, the main channel that I used to watch videos on. At least that's the one I'm logged in on my phone, and that's typically where I watch YouTube videos on. Like, I've watched stuff, obviously, on... Like, I'm logged into the Moranian Review on my laptop, and if I'm watching something on my laptop, then obviously I'm watching it through that account, but, like, I very rarely do, unless it's something that I'm, like, watching in the background while working on some sort of video.
I don't.
Like, I mean, like, RJP, like, stuff, like, if I'm listening to, like, an episode recap immediately after the episode, then, yeah, I'll watch it. I think, actually, like, I'm looking at this right now, like, I'm pretty sure most of my watch history on the channel is actually my own videos. Yeah, like, today, when I was editing the cast assessment, I decided to go back and, like, watch the ending to all my cast assessments, to kind of, like, see, like, who were the contenders. Something like, I owned the Idols. I had, like, no memory of, like, who my top contenders for that cast were. So that was, like, really weird to see.
I fell in love with a girl once.
Yeah, it's really just,
We were young.
it's not a lot there.
I was young.
With the Moranian Review channel. It's an interactive movie.
She was...
Okay, so that's, like, similar to, like,
a researcher. I can still hear her laugh.
So it's like, what's that, Bandersnatch? What was that movie called? The Black Mirror movie?
I was hers. Thrilled and seduced.
And I guess it could be like an FMV. game, where it's like essentially it's just a movie with you doing quick time events and that sort of thing. Should we romance him? I forgot you could even romance him.
I think you're interesting and, well, great. Anyway, I'd like to get to know you better.
Yeah, I used to be subbed to a lot of like random different things. At this point, like I really like streamlined it into things that I actually end up watching.
Knowing you better would be a gift. Sincerely.
Yeah, so definitely not subbed to as many things as I used to be. Which I even looked through my old liked like videos that I ended up liking back in the day, and like just saw a whole bunch of like old YouTubers I used to watch, and it was just really fucking weird.
No, they were taken by the kit. Their children
It is weird too when I'm like, again, like I'm logged into this account that isn't associated with the Marine Review, so it's like it's weird whenever like I come across my own videos when like randomly searching for something, which does happen from time to time.
I think you're interesting.
And like sometimes my own videos get recommended to me through the homepage and stuff, which is weird.
What do you think?
Yes, I'd like that.
That's it?
You are
Romancing PB. Yeah, I mean, I think I romanced Cora on my last playthrough.
Would be a gift.
But that was with a male writer. I don't think she can be romanced by female writer. I don't think.
Well, enough about that.
And then I don't even remember if I've romanced anyone when I played female writer last time. Or the first time, I should say. Yeah, it's really, like, here, this is so fucking weird. When I get, like, things that say, oh, the Marine Review viewers also watch this channel, and it gives me Russell Hantz, and telling me to watch Russell Hantz's videos. Like, it's weird when that happens, when I'm, like, logged into another account. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm just, like, scrolling through who I'm subbed to. Again, not a lot of reality TV. I believe the only reality TV people are Peridium and Caffeine Confessionals. For some reason. Which is a challenge YouTuber. That's actually pretty small. I mean, like, he only has, like, 1.6 thousand subs. But he does, like, a lot of, like, big rankings. Like, kind of similar to what I would do for Survivor, like he does for the challenge. In terms of rankings. So, like, I did end up watching a few of his. So I was like, whatever, I'll just sub to him.
Can I ask you a few more questions?
But I don't think I'm subbed to any other Survivor YouTube channel. Outside of, like, Survivor, like, outside of, like, college Survivor stuff. But, like, in terms of, like, actual, like other YouTubers, I don't think I am. Yeah, I'm just, like, scrolling through myself. Like, even, like, a lot of these I don't even watch. Like, I don't even know what some of these are. Like, I'm subscribed to the Game Over Analyzer. I feel like I've only watched, like, one of his videos. And that was probably, like, I think he probably did a Nier video. I feel like that's the reason I subbed to him. But I don't think I've watched any of his other videos. Or maybe not. Again, like, it's, like, with YouTube, I don't watch that much realistic. Like, I watch a decent amount of YouTube, it's just that I don't watch, like, a lot of, different people. And actually, I guess at this point, I don't actually watch that much YouTube. It really is, like, I think I just watch a lot of things on Twitch nowadays. Like, I watch a lot of live streams or a lot of VODs and stuff. And usually it's, like, in the background while I'm working on stuff for the YouTube channel. Because obviously it's tough to actually, like, genuinely watch something when working on the channel, like, especially when, like, editing in particular. Like, it's very tough to be watching anything of substance. So usually I just, like, have a stream in the background. It's like background noise. Yeah, like, out of the 3 channels you just posted, Cora, Liam versus Ashley and Caden, probably still, I mean, It probably is Ashley and Kaden, even though they're all bad. They're both bad. Thoughts on Rival seasons? I really, I love the concept. I think Rivals is, as a concept is fantastic. And I really like Rivals 1 and 2. Rivals 3 is complete shit, but it's probably my least favorite season of the show. But Rivals 1 and 2 are really good. And Rivals 1 is like pretty universally looked at as one of the best seasons. Which, I'll be honest, like, I actually was, like, kind of underwhelmed by it, just because, like, I felt like it got so hyped up for me. I was expecting it to be, like, one of my favorite seasons, then just kind of ended up being, like, I think it's, like, number 5 or so on my rankings. Anyway, it's still good. But yeah, like, out of the channels that you posted, like, I've only heard of Jenny Nicholson. And, yeah, like, I personally also just, like, I don't know a lot of big YouTubers either. Like, it's, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure you could probably mention, like, some people that have, like, millions of subscribers. I would have no clue who the fuck those people are. Like, it's so funny. Like, on A&W the other day, they had, like, these two big, like, TikTok people on there. And it was like, I have no clue who the fuck you are. It's, like, again, such a fucking waste of time. But, that they were on the show. But, I just found it hilarious that they have like 10 million subscribers or 10 million followers on TikTok, but it's like I have no clue who these people are. Yeah, Jenny Nicholson, I like have heard of. I don't think I've ever watched any of her videos. Like I don't know. I know she used to be like I know she talked a lot about Star Wars, right? 'Cause I feel like that's what I remember her from. Was there Star Wars related stuff? But then I'm looking at her videos, like she definitely talks about like a lot of random shit. Yeah. Rivals 3, I just find it so boring. Like it's a season that like Sarah and Bananas are like so clearly like far and away the best team of that season. It's like it's not really close, and then like, you just have so many duds on that cast too. I'm trying to. Okay, wait. Let's look up Rivals 3. But like, yeah, it's like you had like Vince and Jenna who came in second. It's like their main reason for being there was essentially kind of like to prop up Bananas and like help Bananas out. It's like I'm just like looking through the results. Too much. I forgot like half. Like I barely remember even what happened in the season at this point. But I don't know, it just felt like a slog. And to be fair, part of that could be because like that was like the last season I watched, the last new season I watched. So after having watched so much Challenge, by the time I got to that, I just like maybe was out of it. But then again, I really like I enjoyed Battle of the Bloodlines more than I thought I would. I really enjoyed Battle of the Exes 2. I really liked Free Agents. I really like Rivals 2. I really like every season before that. Like I'm Battle of the Bloodlines is bad, but it's like again I still got some enjoyment out of it. But really like every season from Fresh Meat 2 to Battle of the Exes 2 I really like. So again, like I don't think it was burnout. I think it was just genuinely not a good season. Do you know who Morgs is? No, I don't. Yeah, Matt McMuscles. Yeah, I'm just trying to look up all these channels. Yeah, Tunerific Tariq. Oh, it's like a whole bunch of like old school shows. I don't think I've watched many of these. Like I'm looking at his like most viewed videos. It's like, yeah, like The Emperor's New School, As Told by Ginger, The Replacement. I don't feel like I've watched any of these shows that his most viewed videos are of.
Did you always want to be a fighter?
Yeah, Matt McMuscles. I'm pretty sure you talked about him before, right? Yeah, I do remember this channel.
No. I don't.
Oh, he did a retrospective on No More Heroes. I'd be interested in watching that. I've really... So No More Heroes 3... Did that come out yet? Or is it almost out? Because, like, I'm really interested in playing No More Heroes 3, but I'm, like, being realistic to myself. I'm probably not going to end up playing it. So I was actually thinking about, like, maybe just watching a Let's Play of it.
The truth is, I don't know what I want.
Okay, it is out already. I'm looking it up now. But,
At my age, I hope being here will...
But I kind of want to, like, refresh myself on No More Heroes in general. So I probably would be interested in watching that. Silliest name is Dirty 30. Yeah. It's pretty bad. Yeah, again, I'm going to look up Morgs. Pretty bad name, I should say. I do like 3030 as a season, for the most part. He has 11 million subscribers. Yeah, this is pretty fucking dumb. Again, this is the type of YouTuber that I would never fucking be. Like, this is the type of YouTuber that I actively strive to not be.
Do Angara plan their futures? Do you dream about what you want to accomplish?
You put plan and dream in the same question.
I'm trying to think, like, has the challenge had that many ridiculous names? I don't feel like it really has up until now. Like, Spies, Lies, and Allies is really abysmal. Like, I don't get how they thought, you know, that's a great title for a season. Yeah, I don't think it's had that many. I'm trying to look at it now. Yeah, Double Agents, Total Madness. And Total Madness is kind of dumb, but it's, like, not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, every title season before that's, like, been solid. Like, nothing too bad outside Dirty 30. It is also funny that they, like, propped up, yeah, I'm talking about Morgs with the 12 million subscribers. Yeah, Dirty 30 is so weird because, like, it's named Dirty 30 because, like, they were saying, oh, we're getting the dirtiest players, like, the game has ever seen back. But it's like, you also didn't, though, did you?
I want to learn more.
Like, it's so weird. Like, it's kind of like a game changer situation where it's like, it's like, it's just not a theme that actually works. It's like, again, like the dirtiest players ever. Yeah, Leroy, definitely one of the dirtiest players to ever play the game.
How long have you had electromagnetic capabilities? How did they evolve?
No idea.
Yeah, like Dario, one of the dirtiest players. Derrick Henry, this person who we've never seen before in the challenge before this. Definitely one of the dirtiest players.
An internal lens focuses an image onto the
That's just
retina
fucking
that becomes
dumb.
electrical impulses that are deciphered by the brain.
You took my sarcasm as an invitation.
I snuck into my house. Okay. Again, like from what I saw, seems like the type of YouTuber that I would never want to be. Or again, even if I could make a living off of making videos like that, I would not do it. And too fair, like, I feel like at this point, like, I'm not really changing the way I would make, or the types of videos that I make. I feel like I'm pretty set on that at this point. Let's look at his oldest videos. Like, okay, so he started off as, like, Minecraft? Okay, well, I guess kind of not, though. Oh, he must have deleted videos, right? There's no fucking way. He has, like, 1.3 subs. Yeah, he definitely deleted videos. Because there's, like, a 2-year gap between his first video and when he has, like, a 1.3k sub special, which is like, why the fuck are you having a special at 1.3k subs? Wait, how the fuck did he... Wait. How quickly did he grow then? Because there's an entire year between when he has 1,000 subs and 1.3 thousand. Which, that's like 300 over the course of a year. But then, like, within the next year, he fucking goes up to at least 10,000. Then obviously now he's at fucking 11 million. That's insane. Like, who is this guy, though? Like, is he a kid? He is a kid, right? He looks very fucking young. Okay, I really don't even care, realistically. Whatever. It's mainly children. I mean, isn't that a lot of what the, like, big YouTubers are? Like, most of their audience is children. He's 19? Okay.
Are we?
So, yeah, I mean, like, when he started, then he was probably, like, 12 then. You see, he has, like, his first videos from 7 years ago.
Where they can be dealt with, honestly and openly.
Don't people get hurt?
Of course. Then everyone deals with it. That's the point.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of, like, the big YouTubers, like, a lot of their audience ends up being mostly children. He's a young adult now, but when his channel started growing, he was in his teen years. Yeah. That's the way to do it. Yeah, I regret I didn't do that.
How many colonies do you have on what planets?
I did, but, like, not in a channel that ended up being successful.
Small number of planets.
Where again, like, despite how small this my channel is, this is the most successful channel I ever had. And to be honest, it's probably easily the channel I'm the most passionate about. Because as much as, like, I personally don't even find my content good, I do put a lot of time in the grand scheme of things into keeping the channel going.
She's a clear thinker with deep knowledge and insight. She teaches and...
Which, again, no fucking way I would be able to do 2 videos a week if I didn't care enough about it. What's my most viewed video? It's my Survivor season ranking, which isn't even that many views. Like, it's at 92,000. Yes, 92,800. So, yeah, not really even that much. And that's why I talk about, like, again, there's just not a feasible way to really make a living off the channel at this point. Where, again, even if, like, it's really insane. Like, I talked about this before, where it's like, Peridium has more subscribers than my most viewed video has views. Like, that's really insane to think about.
Well, enough about that. Can you tell me more about the Ket occupation?
And, like, if we're talking about, like, most viewed video... Like, even the most viewed video of the year is only at 35,000 views. And it's like overall in terms of channel growth, like, even though I've talked about how, like, channel growth has slowed down, it's like I really don't see it getting much higher. Like, I talked about that, like, 10,000 I think is the highest benchmark that I realistically see it getting. Beyond that, it's like, I don't think I'm getting 20,000. Like, I think that's very hard to believe based on the way the channel is currently going, for me to hit 20,000 anytime soon. But again, 10,000 I think I will hit. Like, as of right now, like, there's still a sliver of a chance I hit it this year. Probably won't, though. And 41 ends up being, like, ridiculous, then, yeah. But, like, I don't think it will be. I think more than likely it won't be until probably, like, February or so of next year. But, yeah, I think I'll definitely hit 10,000. I don't think any major milestone beyond that, though.
They didn't give us a reason to. Until they did. Then it was too late.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely cool. Like, again, like, based on where I was, like, again, like, before this, like, going to my video game collecting channel that I had when I was a kid, like, the channel that I just mentioned, that's the one that I did when I was a teenager. It's like, that video, like, the most the most subscribers I ended up getting on it was, like, not even 500. And looking at it, I'm logging into it right now. Most viewed video on that channel is 4,700 views. If I have a Survivor video that comes out nowadays that has 4,700 views, that's a disappointment. Like, it's actually insane to think about. like the comparison between this channel and the channels in the past. But again, at the end of the day, it's still not that big. Like it's still not anything too major. But yeah, for me personally, I'm still pretty
And the Archon came with them?
happy with how the channel has gone. And even like when we're looking at the channel, like in the first like 3 months of the channel, because like I started February 2019, it really wasn't until May of 2019 that the channel really picked up. Like there was a period where like I think I did videos for like 3 weeks without getting a single subscriber. I think I can look this up real quick, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Let's see. Like, when did I get my first subscriber? Because, like, I subscribed to myself through my other account. And then, okay, I did get a subscriber about a week. No, 11 days after I started the channel. And I didn't get my 4th subscriber until March 19th. So literally a month later. So like I literally went about a month before getting my second like genuine subscriber.
Well, enough about that.
So again, like and like within by the end of March, so a month and a half into the channel, I only had 6 subscribers. Actually, I want to look up April. Like what happened? Like where was I at by the end of April? Because by then I'm pretty sure Survivor stuff caught on, so I think I was at 24. Not caught on, but I mean like I had the Survivor 40 cast speculation. I got a few views, and then if we're looking at where it is by the end of May, again jump up from 24 to 305. So yeah, it really was. That period there that did cause the channel to blow up. Yeah, like I'm looking at it now, like the most subscribers I got in a single day before my Edge of Extinction review came out was 5. And that was, I think that was the day that someone shared my Possibility of Survivor All Winners video. Which was about, like, I think even like a week after that video came out. Which by then the video was very outdated, but whatever. But yeah, then my Edge of Extinction review came out, and I got 9 subscribers that day. Again, mind-blowing number, obviously. And then that the next day, because the day the Edge of Extinction review came out was the day that the Survivor 40 cast got leaked.
I'll see you later, Joel.
And I made that video that came out the next day, the cast reaction, and I got like 21 subscribers, 20 subscribers, 33 subscribers the day after, 17, 19. So it was like, again, like, yeah, like what, 27, 32, 23. So it was a pretty steady growth after that. Oh yeah, I mean, like at this point, it's like, yeah, I mean, like clearly, like some people, like clearly, like people enjoy the content that I make to a degree. Obviously, like it's if they didn't, like and like considering the viewership and all that, so like it's not like I have like a massive video that would bring in all the subscribers. Like it's like obviously that must mean that there's something there that has caused people to subscribe to me, but again, it's something that I personally never really saw in myself, I guess. I don't know. Like, to be honest, I'll be completely honest, like, I don't know if I would even watch my own content most of the time. Especially when it comes to, like, I watch my own, like, the videos that I personally watch of my own are not the videos that most people watch. Like, mind you, some of my old videos are so poorly made that, like, it, like, kind of disturbs me to even try to watch them. Especially a lot of my reality TV ones. But, like, the videos that I personally enjoy watching are, videos like my like 2020 year in gaming, 2019 year in gaming. I did rewatch my Sasuke 39 core speculation video. I did enjoy that. I did like a lot of my video game ranking videos. I do enjoy watching. For me personally, again, like there's some old like Assassin's Creed videos that I did actually genuinely enjoy. There's like kind of a kick a little while ago where I was like kind of rewatching some of my own video game retrospectives and stuff. But like typically, like the stuff that I personally enjoy watching are the things that don't actually get views. I don't dislike making the videos that do end up getting views. Like I don't not enjoy the process of making certain casting videos or what if videos or like all that stuff that does get more views, or these massive rankings and stuff. But I just feel like watching them back is not something that I personally want to do. Yeah, like I don't have much interest in rewatching like my winter ranking or season ranking or the majority of my Survivor Big Brother content. I really don't have much of an interest in personally rewatching that stuff. Outside of like maybe like saying like, oh, what I actually think at that point. But outside of that, not really too interested in that. While I do find myself more interested in rewatching stuff that I talk about in video games. For whatever reason, even though I like, to be honest, like the process of making the video game videos is so much harder and takes so much more time and is actually probably more annoying than the process to make the video game videos. Oh yeah, I did talk about that earlier. The Australian Survivor finale did get delayed till next Sunday, which means that probably the review will come out the Wednesday afterwards. Initially I was going to strive for the Saturday, for next Saturday, but now obviously with the delay and everything, can't really do that. So that means that the premiere ranking will probably come out on that day. And we'll probably have a bit of a slow period for the channel, where it will be nothing but International Survivor and Ninja Warrior until Big Brother ends. And even then, who knows how the Big Brother videos will do. But, again, back half of October should be a nice... I mean, like, even though the BB23 season review and player ranking are a bit of unknowns, like, I mean, they'll still perform okay enough. And then, like, again, I feel pretty confident in the back half of October, December... November, I feel very confident about the scheduling of it, and then, again, December could be a bit of a clusterfuck towards... actually, no, I feel pretty good about it, actually. Yeah, December should be pretty good. So, yeah, it's really getting through this month where views are probably going to be pretty bad, but oh well. Yeah, I think we're good in terms of the gameplay. I don't feel like I want to start this next mission. Again, we're already at 3 o'clock. This is around the time that I wanted to end here anyway. Again, we might like talk for a little bit more, but again, in terms of the game, I feel like we're good. Are we level 10? I didn't realize we got that high level. Are we 10 hours into this game already? We're almost there. Are we really almost 10 hours? I just realized that because I'm pretty sure I finished it within this time last time. Actually, we can even look this up. Load. Okay, 10 hours and 30 minutes. So, like, we're about an hour away from when I would have finished the game in a previous playthrough. Where, like, we're not even... Actually, wait, what chapter are we on? Are we on chapter 4? No, 5. Okay, we're on chapter 5. Okay, so we're actually around halfway through the game. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, because we're about to go to Kadara. Yeah, so we are actually a decent ways through the game. So maybe we will try to... Maybe I'll try to make it a goal to finish the game next week. We'll see. Oh yeah, Danny. Yeah, I did say that George was like Danny Hayes. Yeah, I think George. Again, I thought it was before. I think George is probably going home. Final five. I feel like it just makes so much sense for him to go home here, especially with it being like finale week. So he like, very like if he goes home at 5 too, like it is pretty much the Danny Hayes trajectory. Like it is pretty much exactly how Danny's game ended up. Now, obviously, the roads to that point are obviously very different, but yeah, I feel like again it's going to be tough for George to get out of this. I mean, they're in a position where he has a very well-known, well-established final two, where the Haley's threats are getting smaller and smaller. Yeah, like it's like because for Haley, like she obviously shouldn't want to go to the final three with George and Kara, assuming that we're getting a final two, which I think we are at this point. Yeah, she shouldn't want to go to the end with George and Kara, obviously, because they would take each other. So, and if you don't do it now at Final Four, you obviously won't have the guaranteed numbers. You have to go to at least fire making. So 5 is the time to do it. Like you have to split them up, no matter what. Now, I do think there is at least an argument for if George wins immunity that maybe you should keep him around. But again, with Flick having the idol as well, it's like it feels like a mistake to vote out Wei at that point. I feel like even in that situation, I think you probably should vote Kara and just bank on you being able to beat Wei in a final two. Or maybe at that point, like, but then if George wins immunity at final 5, does she take George to the final 2? Could that be a situation? Because at that point, it's like, if we're looking at who's left, I think George is, like, even though I think, I talked about this in the past, that I thought George had the best chance of winning, I think at this point, I don't feel as strongly about that anymore. Just because I feel like George seems to have rubbed people like Danny and Flick the wrong way, to the point where I could see them voting anti-George. I feel like also against Haley, I feel like there's a lot of pro-Haley sentiment as well. To where I think Haley could beat George at this point in the final 2. So, like, is there a chance that she takes, like, she decides to, like, if George wins immunity, that she votes out Kara, and then between her, Wei, and Flick, or between George, Wei, and Flick, that she ends up going with George as the final 2 partner. And more than likely no, but I think there's, like, at least a semblance of a chance of that. Yeah, but I think more than likely, if George doesn't win immunity, I think he's going home. I think it's very tough for him to get out of that. And if he does, then it very impressive. Like, he should not be able to get out of this round. If somehow, because again, we know Flick is safe. Like, I mean, unless she's really that much of an idiot, which I don't think she is. So she has an idol at the final 5, the final round she can use it, so she's safe. So again, like, at that point, you would need to flip Haley on Wei. Because like I don't think they're going to actively vote out Kara unless it's like split up George and Kara, and George has immunity. So at that point, it's like I think they would just need to flip them on Wei. Are we going to have the best blind side? Probably not. You know, I don't think it, like, anything that happens there, I don't think it's going to be that interesting unless Flick doesn't play her idol and gets voted out. Then that'll be funny. But outside that, I don't think anything there would be that as interesting as like some of the other blind sides we've had on the season. And even then, like, I still think like the Kez blind side would be better, and the Big D blind side would be better, and some of these other ones. But yeah, thoughts on Seasons of Redemption Island? I don't hate Redemption Island. I know a lot of people do. I don't mind Redemption Island in the first half of the game. Like, I think Redemption Island, specifically in Blood vs. Water, I think adds a very interesting dynamic to the season. And again, I'm not opposed to someone coming back into the game at the merge, as long as they don't win the game. Again, like, I wouldn't want that person to win the game, but I do like the dynamic that they bring to the game, that you have this person that obviously got voted out and came back in, and having the players having to navigate around them. I do think that is an interesting dynamic that is added to the game. But again, I have a massive issue with the with Redemption Island in post-merge. At that point, I hate it. Again, I don't like people coming back so late into the game. And also, it's like, just, again, it usually ends up with them being just voted out again right away. So that's not particularly interesting either. And also, it's even if they didn't just get voted out again, then it's like we're in a situation where it's like, how interesting is this really going to be again? Like, unless it's like a Chris Underwood situation, but again, at this point, we've seen that already too. So it's like, I just don't think there's much intrigue to be had from a post-merge Redemption Island. Thoughts on Rob Reiner? He's good. I feel like I've watched a decent amount of his stuff, but I don't think I've watched like everything he's directed. I also got Princess Bride, Stand By Me, This is Spinal Tap, When Harry Met Sally. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of his, I haven't watched a lot of his recent stuff. But, yeah, I do like a lot of his older stuff. Misery's good, A Few Good Men. So he has a lot of good older movies. The Sure Thing, I forgot that was even a fucking movie. Yeah, he's a solid director, though. So far we've had 8. Have we? I haven't actually paid attention. Like, how many... Actually, let's look at the voting chart. That seems kind of ridiculous. They've had that many. Like, I mean, I guess South Africa, now I'm thinking about it, South Africa does that a lot. So, we're adding in Australian Survivor does actually kind of make sense. Because what SA, because we had Tyson successfully playing it when Teresa went home. We have Tyson playing the idol for Chappies when Marisha went home. And then we have Santoni using the idol there. Actually, I guess it's only 3. I thought there were 4. But either way. And then, Australian Survivor, we have Kara's, George playing the idol on Kara. We have Laura being saved at the merge vote by Haley. We have the Rachel being saved by Laura's idol. Big D, Kara saving George, and then, actually, no, Kaz, that's not one. So I think it's 7, isn't it? 1, 2... Either way, I mean, it's still a lot. Am I missing one? Wait, that seems more than normal, though. I'm even trying to think, has there even been more than one successful idol play in, all of Survivor South Africa? In any of the other seasons? There wasn't even a single one in the Secrets. Okay, I guess there were... Yeah, okay, I guess Philippines had it, because Werner saved Jean, and then you had the Meanie Train tribal. So I guess 2 idols were played successfully there. Then you have Sivu and Champions, but that's only 1. You have Vanessa in Maldives. And then Let's Go, so there's 2 there. So okay, I guess there's some that have multiple. Actually, I forgot how idol-less All-Stars was in the end game. Where it's really just, from the merge on, it's just David having 2 idols. And that's it. Yeah, it's Matt plays an idol successfully. Well, he plays 2 idols successfully, technically. And then Shawnee plays an idol. I forgot that Shawnee played an idol in All Stars. Yeah, Championship Contenders 2. You had David saving himself and Harry. But yeah, this is definitely the most idol-heavy season, right? I mean, I feel... Well, I mean, I'm looking at Championship Contenders 1. There's a lot of idols there, but... This is definitely more than that, though. This was an insane season for idols. Mind, they just put so many into the fucking game. So, I mean, that obviously was a large reason of it. But yeah. John... I don't know. John Woo, I feel like I haven't watched a lot of his stuff. I know I've watched Mission Impossible too. But in terms of like a lot of his actual Chinese stuff, I feel like I haven't watched. Yeah, it's like I'm just looking at his movies, like barely heard of any of these things. Face Off. I forgot he made Face Off. I love Face Off. Face Off is such a ridiculous movie. Yeah, it's like I haven't watched so much of his stuff though. I've watched like Hard Boiled, but even then that was so long ago. And I've watched Paycheck, which is a really bad movie. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of his other stuff. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're probably going to end here. Again, it's already 3:13 in the morning. Did not want to stay up even this late. But, yeah, we passed the 3-hour mark on this stream. Again, despite me starting really late. So that's something. Yeah, I guess I should talk about next stream. I don't actually even know when the next stream will 100% be. I'll say either Sunday or Monday. I will stream probably one of those 2 days. I'll probably try to make it Sunday. But I do work, and also it's like Big Brother's on, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I will go Monday, but I don't know. I'll stream one of those 2 days, and then next week I should have the ability to stream on Thursday, so I'll do Wednesday, Thursday next week. Yeah, so yeah, I mean that'll be next time I stream. By then we'll have we'll have another episode of at least one or maybe 2 episodes of Australian Survivor, depending on which day I stream. Obviously, Big Brother will have more results, and then probably more preseason stuff from 41, and then obviously South Africa. So good chunk of stuff there. But yeah, see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.